What's up, my people? Top of the top. Good morning, everyone. Yes, sir. We are in the sixth day of February. Yes, it is 8 a.m. on this Friday, and we must thank the big fella upstairs for even allowing us to wake up this morning to be able to open up our yard stretch, breathe. Excuse me, y'all. Give me a second. Sorry, y'all. I had my YouTube on. Sorry about that. Yawn, stretch, put our feet down on the ground to see another minute, another hour, another day, another second. As always, we have to thank him for all that. All my people that are traveling this morning, please safe travels. Work, school, vacation, wherever you're going, wherever you're coming back from. Everybody that's on the highway today, moving around. I know everybody be in a rush when they on the highway. Take it easy. Accidents are happening every day out there because we are rushing to get to a place that really don't care about us anyway. So just remember, like I always tell you, your job can be replaced, but your life can't. So let's not hurt anybody in the process of us trying to get to where we got to go. If you're coming in, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Smash the like button. We're going to get to this boxing talk. And I hope everybody's feeling blessed, appreciated, and thankful too. Also, almost forgot. We're going to get to this boxing talk. Thurman versus Fundora, March 28th. So let's get it. Comers, regulars, everyone, welcome to the No Doug Zone podcast. Let's go. Oh, my YouTube is crazy. Oh, shit. Freeze in the kitchen?
Kitchen, nigga. I'm in my office.
Ah, I see you done. You done. Is it me or did you do the office different? Or maybe I'm just view of it.
You get a different view. You got the backside view.
Yeah, man. How long it took you to put that office together, man? It looks very.
Well, depending on how long it took me to get my stuff, uh, about probably about an hour.
Oh man, I know Big Dreaming them. They be interested in going over there to your office at time. You be like, get from.
Yep, they used to, not no more. Now they know.
It's a place of business and not a place.
Yeah.
I had my dog on YouTube on at the same time. Oh, let me mute my mic. I was getting an echo on my own. Everything's good now. I got this morning free. I had to made tips and breakfast this morning, man. I'm not used to always being up at 6 a.m., but I got up this morning. Boy, I was out of it, but I was glad to be able to get her something in her system and get out the door because a lot of times you get to the school, you don't have enough time to sit and eat anything, man. You gotta, time you get there, you just gotta go straight to work. But yeah, that was kind of aight this morning. Dropping the tea. What's up? I see you. Good morning, everyone. Um, all right, let's get into it. Thurman Fundora. Why does this fight seem to still be interesting to people? Free, because there's some people who's tuning into this. Oh, I can't hear you, Free. There you go. There you
And they don't know if Sebastian Fedor can handle Thurman if Thurman is at 100% and he looks like the old Thurman.
go.
So I think that's mainly what it is. They want to see how Sebastian Pandora handles a guy like Keith Thurman because this is probably well, it ain't probably Um, Keith Thurman is a veteran in the sport at this stage of his career, and so people want to know if Fundora can deal with somebody like that, and they want to see if Keith Thurman can get back to being in the championship level.
Yo, he's one of the last of the Mohicans. What I mean by that is that Earl Spence, Crawford, like Danny Garcia class, Sean Porter. He's like,
He is the last. I
yeah,
mean, outside of him is Canelo because Jamal
oh
and
yeah,
Jamel
yeah.
they they well Jamal wants to get back on the ring. Jamel said he wants to get back on the ring, but neither one of them. Well, Jamal had a fight last year. Jamel hasn't had a fight since 23. So
Damn, that's right. I forgot about that. September 2023, right?
yeah, I'm still warming up.
Um, what do you feel, in your opinion? What do you feel like happens in this fight?
I think Keith Thurman get beat up.
Oh, damn.
I think Keith Thurman is a little too old. I didn't like the performance that he put on when he was in the ring with a guy like Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios is nowhere near the level of a Sebastian Fundora. I think Keith Thurman, he was able to survive that fight towards the end of that fight. Because matter of fact, I think that was the last fight that we seen Keith Thurman in the ring with Mario Barrios. I
Oh
don't think
no,
we saw him again.
he had the other guy after that.
What
That
was
I
it?
think he stopped in the first round. I forgot the guy's name. He had one after that. Um, I can't remember homie name. I don't even know where homie was from. I don't think he was from here though. He was from somewhere. But I think the first round he got dude up out of there, and then it was the talks of him and Sebastian, and then of course the joint happened with Sebastian Hand. So yeah, that's why we are where we are now.
What's going on, babe? What's going on, dropping seed?
Babe, what's up, my Alabama slash Cali sister? Um, I'll tell you what then Keith could do. He could sell a goddamn fight. And I don't mean put asses in seats, Joe. I'm just talking about how he talks.
Well,
Is that he talks and he'll be a good damn lawyer, man. I'll tell you that because I was at the press not at the press conference, but I was listening to him when he was talking, and I was like, I said, damn, I forgot how much Keith talks.
nigga
I
talking.
fell asleep at the end of the live yesterday. Who, my live? Yeah, well, sometime my live might put people to sleep. I'm very boring at times, right? But I accept that.
Late night. I gotta stay out of the
They
nightclub.
said you gotta stay out the nightclub. You know, in California, they party hard out there. They party hard out there in Cali, boy. For real. They party hard.
I
Yes,
gotta put
last
this.
thing I
I'm gonna put
remember
this
was
picture.
Free asking me if I saw the movie. Oh, you was in and out of sleep then. Oh, um, yeah. It happens, babe. When you work a lot and you're busy and it's a lot on your mind, that can happen. That tends to happen. It's go for all of us. Mrs. Duck said she get in the day. She's like chilling. Yeah, I was woke up when he called my name. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So with this fight for March 28th, Thurman and Fundora, um, I don't have mixed feelings about it. I actually like it because I just want to see how much Thurman got left in the tank. And like you said, this will be the tallest. This is a very tall order. I think for anybody at 54, this is a tall order for them. Um, and people have this mindset of because Brian Mendoza beat Sebastian Fedora that he's not hard to beat. but I'm like, nobody has done it since. And that win over Fundora with Brian Mendoza was a minute ago. Everybody thought for some reason Eric Salubin might do it, but that didn't happen. Everybody even thought maybe it was a possibility Tim Zoo would do it. And Tim Zoo was doing pretty damn good until he got the cut on top of his head. But we can't say even if the cut didn't happen, what have happened. We don't know. And then of course we seen what happened in the rematch.
Right.
That hoodie looks
Yeah.
comfortable as hell. Free. Oh, Bay said you're
Oh,
comfortable. She said your hoodie looks comfortable.
it is. I'm up here trying to laminate my wife's CPR card.
Oh, because I was gonna say you're a busy man over there.
Yeah, I gotta laminate it for her so I can when she's working.
Okay. So when we look at the landscape of the 54, like I said, what's going on now? Um, I I can't say what's Thurman's chances, but you want me to be honest with you, Free? I'm gonna be honest with you, and not to sound like a D rider. I don't like it. No, I like the fight, but I just don't like his chances. Um, I think he'll do as good as he can for as long as he can, and then some way somehow he's going to get caught with something that will, if it doesn't affect him right then and there, it'll affect him for the rest of the fight. If he makes it
Who that?
through the rest of the fight.
Who you talking
Um,
about?
for Thurman, just correct me if I'm wrong. I said I don't I don't like it for him in a way because it's like he either get caught with something that either he doesn't come back from, or he'll get hit with something that would affect him for the rest of the fight if he can make it through the rest of the fight. Um, I mean, but that could happen with either one. But I'm just saying for him, with him being the much older one, he's the senior in this. Because Sebastian's what 20? What is Sebastian? 25, 26?
27, 20, 20, yeah, somewhere around between 20, 25 and
Damn,
27.
damn. Listen, Keith, you out here fighting your nephew. You out here fighting your nephew, Keith.
Yeah.
Um, it's but I'm excited about it. I haven't seen the undercard though. I think they still putting that together. I haven't seen that, so I'm sure at some
Yeah.
point we'll hear about who's on the undercard of it. Um, and it's great because we just sat here and talk about all the other participants at 54. So this makes it very interesting to see after the 28th what'll happen. And I'm sure a lot of guys at 54, Virgil, Boots, Xander, and everybody else, eyes will be in if they're not at the fight on the 28th. Their eyes will be locked, loaded, and glued in to see what happens. Because whatever happens after the 28th of March is going to put one of them in an interesting position. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I usually don't pick, and I always tell you I mind my business and I sit back unless I'm betting. But I can just tell you what I feel is, what's on my mind. That's probably what's going to happen for Thurman. But if he can pull it off, that would be crazy for his age. If he can pull that off, and we've seen some things happen now, Free. We've seen some things happen. We have seen guys, well, not a whole bunch of them, but we've seen guys older leave the sport, come back, and be able to pull off miracles. And we like, damn, how the hell he was able to do that at his age? Because I think sometimes when we look at guys being older, we look at it like, well, we're going to give this to the younger guy because he's younger. Not all the time experience wins. But we have seen it where older gentlemen have came back and they have did some shit. Perfect example, and I don't like comparing, I don't think there was too many people, even though he was beating him in a couple rounds. I don't think there was too many people seeing George Foreman come back and knock out Michael Moore.
Nope, 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 nope.
I mean, anybody said they saw that, they lied. They capping.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't
Mm-hmm.
think that we didn't, even though this ended bad for him. We didn't. I'm sure nobody that probably had been watching Bernard Hopkins was expecting him to do what he did and still be at 52 years old and still was competing. That's crazy work. You'll never see that again. And if it is, if there's a guy 52 competing in boxing right now, he does not live in the United States. That dude is probably somewhere in some foreign country. You know what I'm saying? There's no.
Right.
We probably won't see that again, free.
No, we're not. Well,
So
absolutely not.
yeah, so it's a few guys you give your props to. When I looked at Evander Holyfield, I always felt like, damn, Evander, we was coming into the 2000s, and I'm like, yo, as bad as his heart is, and what they were saying it was, I'm like, yo, how's he able to still be with these guys today? And taking all these fights and ain't ducking, no smoking. I'm like, he's still getting it in. This is crazy. So I look at a lot of guys with their age, and I go, well, it's not going to always be the younger guy who's going to get the W. We watched Rolly Romero get whooped on by his great grandfather, but they gave Rolly the fight. We know why.
Yeah.
We know why. And that dude was that dude. They look like they just went off the street and got that dude. We ain't seen that dude since.
Right.
So, but I don't want to take nothing away from Thurman because of the age. Because I'm sure from looking at Thurman, it didn't look like he was overweight. It didn't look like he was out of shape. Thurman's the type of person he lives, eats, sleeps, and shits boxing. So I'm sure he's been in the gym all this time, even before this March 28th was even announced. Because I believe the original date for he was the 25th of October.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think before that, Fedora ended up breaking his hand. Jeff Spark, I see you, my guy. Hey, Jeff Spark, do me a favor. I need you to bring the bathroom and the kitchen when you come to the cookout. Since you carry everything with you, we gonna need that. So bring the kitchen and the bathroom with you. Because with the jokes that D Freeze bringing to the damn cookout, there ain't gonna be enough bathrooms for everybody to run to. We gonna need you to bring one.
I ain't doing nothing.
You can't trust free.
I
Can't trust
huh.
free. Your bladder gonna get bust around messing with free. He said, "Bring Massachusetts with me." Yeah, bring. He said, "I'll bring Massachusetts with me." Yeah, bring Massachusetts with you, man, please, because we need enough bathrooms. Just messing with this fool free, man. This gonna be the year where y'all gonna leave and y'all stomachs are gonna be killing y'all playing with him, and then it don't make it no better. G5 coming, Jesus Christ, holy guacamole! This is gonna be a summer to never forget. Um, Fizzle, I see you down there. G5 gave my Dallas brother.
What's going on,
Um,
G5?
yeah, but I'm glad that it's happening. I'm glad that it's it's they made it, and I just want to see. I just want to see, and I know, like I said, on the 28th, I'm sure there's gonna be people locked and low. What belts does excuse me, not Xander.
Huh?
What belts does Sebastian hold again?
The WBC.
Okay, and Xander, what does he hold?
The WBA and WBO.
Ooh, I'm telling you, free. I might be wrong. You will correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like we get Xander and Fundora, and we end up getting Virgil and Boots if that happens. Oh, Jesus Christ! Either way, yeah, I'm here, and I will be in. Yeah, I know. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's fact, five. We looking forward to it. We looking forward to it. And I would love to see that. Either way, either how that goes, I would love to see any of them. I'm gonna watch this weigh-in today with Nick and what you call it. Yo, I looked at it yesterday after I got off the phone with you, right? I was looking at the press conference. So I'm looking at what you call it, Figueroa. And when they put the camera on them, I just bust out. I just bust out laughing. Like I said, because when I looked at his face, I said, "Oh shit!"
Try to tell you. I try to
I
tell
had
you.
to look clear. I had to really look, and I said, "Oh, his eyes is oh."
I try to tell you.
I said, "Oh shit!" As much as I looked at Brandon Figueroa, I said I've always looked at him not like that, but whenever he fought. But for some reason, I ain't noticed that shit till yesterday. After you said that, I was like, "Yo, D Free is a fool for this shit." And I kept laughing. Like when they put it on Nick Ball, I wouldn't laugh. But when I put the camera back on Figueroa, I was like, "Yo, I can't. I got to turn this shit off. I can't. I can't do this. I can't." And then when he was talking, he was like, "Yo, so we see what happened Saturday night." And his fucking eyes were just like, I was like, "Yo, I can't do this, yo. This is crazy." I said, "This is wild work, yo." I said, "Why Free even?" I said, "Free should have never even said nothing because I wouldn't even look at him different." I said, "Now he's saying this shit. When I look at him, it's like this shit funny. This shit funny as hell now, man.
I
Oh my
try to
god."
tell you. I don't be lying. I be telling the truth. Y'all be thinking I be lying. I'm like, I'm not lying. I'm telling the truth.
Oh my god. I looked at him. I was like, "Why, Free? Why did he tell me this?" Because now when I look at this dude, this is the shit. I said, "This is the shit that I'm gonna be looking at, man. Like, oh man, the arch eyes and shit. Oh man." Shout out to Brandon Figueroa though, man. I'm just hoping Nick Ball don't go in there and knock that shit off. Um, yeah. Other than that, hmm, we don't have nothing for the we don't have nothing for the night. We don't have nothing for the night. Do we? Free? I think
Huh?
we only. I don't think we got nothing going on for the night. As far as boxing. I know y'all be like, there's plenty to talk about, but there's very little to talk about at the same time. Um, I mean, of course, for the fights that's coming up. I mean, of course, the Ryan and Barrios. I'll be getting to that next week. He said at least Ryan got paid for wearing makeup without getting punched. Oh yeah, man. I don't know. I'm anxious to see what happens in that. Free. There are any fights on Sunday, Tuesday. Nah, no fights is on Sunday to Tuesday. The only fights that'll be on a Sunday is on the 22nd of this month, and that's Carissa Shields and Franchon Cruz. Now, Vay, I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna tell you something. About 30 some years ago, on the USA channel, boxing used to come on. It was Tuesday night fights. I wish they would bring that back. I really wish they would bring that back. But to replace that, they kind of that's kind of like where the pro box thing comes in. But I wish they would give us Tuesday night fights back. Freaky Live. Oh Lord. Well, sounds like to me everybody got to bring their condoms when they go to Vay channel. Go to Vay channel, bring the condoms. It's gonna get freaky over there. Oh, that mercy. I'm too young to go over there, Vay, so I gotta sign in, see if I'm old enough or not. So I can't do it, Vay. But more power to you. Yeah. So anyway, I'm looking to see who's on the looking to see who's on this undercard. Um, and PBC, I don't want to say they questionable. You said they agreed to it too. Oh, they did. Oh shit. Well, that's crazy. Um, I'm not saying PBC is finished. We've been seeing stuff from them lately. Probably not as much as everybody want to see. Um, I'm just trying to think of how many PBC fighters are left and who would they possibly put on this undercard. Free. That's what I'm thinking about as I'm thinking about who would be on there because there's a lot of guys that was with PBC and that they either went to Matchroom if that happens or they're somewhere else. They might be fighting for a local promotional company. It depends on what their situation is. So when I think about PVC, it's not too many guys I can sit here and really think about that they could possibly be on the card for the 28th. So that's the only thing as I'm sitting here thinking. I'm like, well, who could they possibly put on a undercard there? But I guess we have to wait and see how that will play out. Um, it's crazy because people would be like, why would you take that and do it? But we seen that happen before. They could have easily took the Pitbull. No, when did the Pitbull cruise and what you call it happen? That can't happen because his hand is broke. I was gonna say that rematch they could have did that, but I forgot. Lamar Roach hand is broke, so that can't do you can't do nothing about that. That probably won't. If a rematch ever happens, that probably won't take place till later this year because after getting your hand broke, you have to recover and all that. So I totally forgot about that. I said that would have been nice to put on there, probably for that. Um, but what they said, I'm reading the old comment. But yeah, free. How long do you see Fundora at 54? Do you see at some point he goes to 60 or maybe 68 at some point in his life?
I don't know about no 68. Um, he might move up to 60. Um, he's not a he's not a stocky type. He doesn't have a stocky type build, so I don't know if he will move up to 68. But I would. He probably will move up to 60 sometime in the future. But it all depends on the individual because everybody's body frame is different. So just because we see the height
Yeah, yeah.
and we see other people able to go to a to a higher weight class doesn't mean that everybody can move up to a higher weight class. Um, so it all depends on him and his body. Like I say, he's still somewhat of a young individual, so he might move up. Um, I mean, we saw Hagler stay at 60 his entire career. He started off at 60 and ended it at 60. So it all depends on the individual.
Uh, yeah. I would like to believe because you can't speak too early because it's only the second month of the new year. But I would like to believe that certain fights that don't take place at 54 might happen at 60. Like, can you see Jerron Bruce Ennis and Xander at 60? I mean, not Xander, but Dora. If it didn't take place at 54, because a lot of people go, why not now? Why not now? Why can't they do it now? And sometimes things don't happen for whatever reason. And if you don't get that fight now, I mean, a lot of people say, well, why didn't Shakur and T.O.B. get it on? And people had to realize they were in two different weight classes. I had to realize that. Um, Even when Shakur went from 26 to 30, they still was in two different weight classes. And then guess what? They end up being in the he ends up being in the same weight class as To, and then we see what happens. So we just got to play patient and wait and see how things play out. Everything is just not meant to happen right then and there. That's why things turn out the way they do. But I'm banking on us getting a lot of what we think we're not going to get this year. But there's also going to be some times where, oh man, I thought this would have been the year that it would have happened. So, you know, um, and shit happens. They throwing her thumbs up. Okay. So, you know what? I miss when they used to do those, them tournaments when they had the, what was it with the what was it, the welterweight that they had, with, the one Bernard Hopkins and Trinidad and them was in. What was that? That was welterweight, wasn't it? Free.
For who?
Remember the tournament that Bernard Hopkins beat Trinidad? What tournament? They did a little tournament for that. What was that? Welterweight?
No, that was
Or junior
I think that
welterweight.
was 50, I think that was 54. It might have been
Okay.
welterweight. It might have been.
Okay. I would have loved them see them. I would have loved to see them do that at 54. But we of course that's you talking about putting up a lot of money for that. It was possible. Oh damn, the Caroline DeBar and Harper fighters, the press conference is on now. Damn it.
Yeah,
You like her, man? Caroline DeBar? What you think about her?
she's a good fighter. I think she's gonna be a champion um in multiple divisions. I think she has the skills and an ability to be a problem for a lot of women. Because there's not a lot of, I mean, there's some talent at the women's division, but when you look at the women's division, it's not a lot of talent. It's some talent, but it's not a lot.
Yeah.
So it all remains to be seen.
Yo, wait a minute. Harper, ain't that the one that Alicia Baumgartner stopped?
Who?
Alicia Baumgartner. She stopped her. Harper. Hell
Uh,
yeah. I know that girl
Scotty,
face.
Scotty.
That's that girl that she hit her and she just froze in the damn ring. And the referee waved it off. I'm like, why she stopped like that? Did I realize she got hit? Like she did a Charles Martin. What's up with these people freezing in the ring, Free?
I don't know.
What, why they be stopping why they be just stopping like that? Yeah, stopped her on her feet. Yeah, I know that girl face. That's the one. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, I remember Harper. Yeah, Alicia stopped her on her damn feet. Made that girl pause. You know she was hurt. Damn, I saw the end. This is the end now. Oh, damn. I got to go back and watch it all over again. Yeah, stop that girl on her doggone feet. I said, man, yo, for real. I mean, no, that was crazy. These people be getting hit with punches and then they pause in the ring like as if like D free, like somebody called them. She got hit and then went to go checking her phone.
Yeah, she was asleep before. She was asleep on her
hey,
feet.
hey, free. She got a text message. She got a text message in the middle of the ring. I said, what the fuck is she doing, man? How you get hit like that and just freeze? She made it
Hey,
seem like she seemed it.
what,
No
hey,
disrespect. She made
when
it seem
when
like
you
Alicia. She made it seem like Alicia Baumgartner got bricks in her hands.
When you freeze, you have no chance to tell your body where to freeze at. You just freeze. You don't have that opportunity to say, "Hey, freeze when I get to the ground." Don't
He
freeze me
said,
while I'm
"Freeze when I
standing
get
up.
to the ground."
Don't freeze me
Oh
while I'm
man,
standing up.
nasty work. He said, "Freeze." That was yeah, Harper. All right. Um, I tell you what though, they're gonna do a comparison to this. Boxing think they slick. Oh no, they coming back out. Boxing think they slick. Now they know damn well this girl fought Alicia, right? Watch they gonna do a comparison to who did a better job.
Well,
This is
Scotty
what they
had
did.
fight steps in though. Scotty had that good fight. I think it was last year or might have been before the year before. But that's what made me remember who Scotty was. The fight that she had prior, she put
Yeah.
on a heck of a performance. The fight prior to, the fight since she fought Alicia Bangan.
Scotty. Okay, yeah, I remember Scotty. Yeah, Scotty. Yeah. I'm looking at her face now. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I remember
Yeah,
baby girl.
yeah, she fought. She had a. I think it might have been the year before. I think it might have been last year or the year before. She
I
had
think
a
it was
she had a
last year. I remember seeing her last year. Remember seeing her last year. I remember her face. Yeah. Hey, baby girl could throw. I ain't gonna hold you though. You know what one thing people can't be mad at? Boy, Jake Paul got some badass women on his team, boy. Damn, the bar kind of brolic there. Damn, the bar, you kind of brolic there, baby girl. Sheesh. She a shit talker too. But watch they gonna say who did a better job. They gonna try to compare. If she doesn't do a good job against her, they be like, well, Alicia got her out of there. And man, stop that. Cut it out. Because what I'm anxious to see after this is if we can get Alicia and Caroline. Now that's what I want to see. Now, free with that, does that happen in America or does that happen on Caroline's turf? Or is it? Does it even matter?
for who?
I'm talking about far as where they fight at here, or does it or on Caroline's turf, or does it matter where that fight takes place?
Neither one of them have a say so in that. It's up to the promoter.
How dare you? You know, Mr. Free, I love you.
No,
Rules.
fighters don't have a say where they fight at unless they
No, I didn't
promote.
say that. I said, does it matter? I said, does it matter where they fight at though?
I mean, if it does, it doesn't matter to the promoter because the promoter going to say you
Yeah,
want to fight, and this is where we putting the fight on at. They
yeah,
ain't putting the money up for it, so they can't make that requirement. They can ask, but
yeah,
that's all they can do is ask.
yeah. Oh yeah, we know that. We know that part. I gotta go watch this all over again. I freaking missed it. I'll go watch it all over again. But yeah, that's gonna be a good one when they get it going, though. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see what that looks like. If they can come to some type of, you know, we'll see after this though. April 5th is definitely something to tune in. I'm gonna definitely, I'm gonna wait though, because I'm not gonna get into too much of that her now because we still got 2 months to go. So I'll wait that one. I'm gonna wait that one out. See. Um, Yeah, we got a pretty busy schedule coming up though. A lot of stuff, man. I thought you said there was a fight that was supposed to be happening this week. I thought you said like that. Did you say that this week or last week? I don't know if you said it was a Thursday or something. Might have been. I might have
I
got it
gotta go
wrong.
look. I gotta look. I'm typing this email real quick, but I'm gonna look in a second.
Uh oh, who getting their walking papers today?
Nobody. Somebody's trying to get their W-2, but I don't handle payroll.
Oh, don't they know that by now, Free?
No, they think because I deal with human resources that I'm a part of payroll as well. That's a different department. That's not it's a branch of human resources, but it's not human resources. It's just a branch of human resources.
Okay. Yeah, they don't.
Uh,
They don't.
fights. Let me see what fights we got
Yeah.
going on
So,
this week.
good morning, y'all. I'm sorry. I know y'all like yo.
Yeah,
There you talk.
we got a fight tonight. Medina and Corral. I don't know. Neither one of these guys is on the zone tonight.
Oh, okay.
Then tomorrow we got Nick Ball and Figueroa.
I'll watch that the zone joint tonight. Ain't nothing else to do.
Yeah, so those are the two fights that we got this weekend. And then there's a fight on Tuesday, Pagan versus uh I can't pronounce his dude name. Or the J, but I know the J is silent. It's Jimenez. I know the J is silent, but I don't know how to pronounce it. Um, that's on Tuesday, and that's on the zone. And then Saturday, next Saturday, February 14th, on the zone. I'm not even going to try to pronounce neither one of these dudes' name because they look like they just took a whole bunch of letters from the alphabet and threw it on the damn paper. Dog, dog. Anybody in the chat listening? Uh, uh, Clarence, you tell me what does XHOXAJ says? What does that spell?
H.
XHOXAJ.
I give up.
That's his name. I don't know what the fuck this is. That's literally his name.
That's
That's literally
literally so. That's the exact spelling.
dog.
J
What do you
A
see?
J A H X. Lift it up a little bit because on my side is a little okay. J A J
It's
A
not
H
J.
X O H X.
No,
I don't know
no.
what the hell that is, bro.
You read it backwards. It's not J A. It's back. You're reading it backwards. It's X
Oh,
H
it's oh
O.
that so free. There is a fight this Tuesday. No, not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday.
No, this Tuesday. There's a fight this Tuesday coming up. That don't I don't know what that spells. And then this dude, I don't know what the fuck that says. But at least his name looks a little more better, I guess. But this right here, I didn't even know that was a name. That looked like alphabet just thrown on a page. I don't know how the fuck the fuck you supposed to read that.
I don't know what that is, bro. I don't
That nigga named Xylophone.
on a night there is no
Yeah,
fights.
February 10th is a fight. February 10th. That's Tuesday coming up.
Yeah, Tuesday coming up.
Shit, I gotta
Okay,
pay my
what is
cell
that?
phone
So
bill.
what the Tuesday one? What is that on?
It's on the zone.
Okay,
All these fights I'm reading to you is on the zone. The fight tonight, the Nick Ball fight, the fight on Tuesday, the fight that I don't know how to pronounce that nigga name, and the F.A. Jabba and Charles Martin. That's on Paramount Plus. That's on
okay.
Sunday, February 15th.
BBO, I see you, my guy. Everybody go subscribe to BBO.
What's going on,
I'm
BBO?
saying.
Hey, happy belated birthday to the queen, the young
Oh
queen.
yeah, happy belated birthday to baby girl, man. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope she enjoyed it, and wishing her many, many more. Um, Man, I gotta stop going back to watch this Tio and Shakur, man, because that ass whipping. I don't know why I like going back to watch that shit. I gotta get off that. I gotta
Dog,
get off.
hold all the way the fuck up. Hold all the way the fuck up.
Uh-oh, what happened?
I'm about to read to y'all the the super welterweight ranking.
Okay.
Number one, Virgil Ortiz. Number two, Sebastian Fundora. Number three, Israel Magnamov. Number four, Boxram. Number five, Xander Zayas. Number six, Jerome Bruce Ennis. Number seven, Brandon Adams. Number eight, Abbas Bayou. Number nine, Boy Boycheek. Boycheek. Because they don't say Boycheck, they say Boycheek. And
Take
number 10, some dude named Bakery Samik. Samaki, whatever his name is. Bakery Samaki. But how the hell you got Virgil as number one, and you got Sebastian Fundora, and you got Xander Zayas as number two and number five? How was Magnumov or Boxrum ranked above Xander Zayas? Magnumov got two losses. He lost his title to Bud. He lost to Virgil. Boxrum just lost last weekend. Xander Zayas is the unified champion. He's the only unified champion in the division, and he's number five.
yo. Now you think that bothers you? I'm gonna shut up because I'm looking at something
No,
on YouTube.
do y'all know? Do y'all know who Virgil beat at super welterweight for him to be number one?
No.
He beat Magnumov and Vorchik. That's who he beat to be number one. I mean, you could count Lubin, but he was already number one before he fought Lubin. But he beat
Yeah, I
Magnumov
swear to
and
God,
Border.
yo, boy, hey, never fold. So hold on, free. Who's responsible for this list?
I don't know who put this list out. This is on box boxlive.com. I don't know who put this list out. It just say
Oh my
it's
God, my
just a
loving
list,
God.
and they're not the only one that has the list set up like this. I think they take it from Ring Magazine because Ring Magazine has it set
I
up
was
like
gonna
this as
say,
well.
I think them dudes be having a list too, and people just be, boy, well, if ain't nobody else seen this list, they damn sure gonna make
So,
a
so
big deal out of it when they see it.
you mean to tell me Boxrom? I mean not Boxrom. Borchak and Magnumov was a good enough win for Virgil to be number one when both of those guys already had been beaten by lower. Well, I ain't gonna say Magnumov was beat by a lower level fighter because he was beat by Bud, but Bud had just moved up in the weight class and he got beat. But Boxron, Magnum, Boychuk, Boychuk had been beat by Brandon Adams already before he even fought Virgil. He was beat by Brandon Adams. So he lost to Brandon Adams, he lost to Virgil, and then he lost to Brandon Adams again.
Oh damn, he lost the
Sebastian
Adam
Fundora
twice.
had only Sebastian Fundora had only been beat by Brian Mendoza.
Yes.
He's only been beat by Brian Mendoza, but he had already beat um, Lubin before Virgil fought Lubin, and he beat Tim Zoo twice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Both of
Which I
those
mentioned
guys'
earlier.
names, both of those guys' names are bigger than Magnumov and Boychuk.
Mm, mm. That's crazy. You know what? I'm telling you, none of the shit I see surprises me, bro. Telling you, nothing I see surprises me. That's why I be moving like the way I do. I be like, boy, you can't make
I,
none of this
I'm like,
shit up.
I'm like, what the hell? How the hell they got this as the top rankings? I'm like, You got Virgil as number one, and he ain't beat any. Like I keep telling people, keep making a name for Magnum. Like, oh, but Magnum is a good fighter. Based off of what? The dude was 11-0 when he fought Bud. He was 11-0 when he fought Bud. He his he hasn't won since he fought Bud. He hasn't won. He lost to Bud. He lost to Virgin. He hasn't won a fight. I don't know if he had a draw before he fought Bud, but he got a draw in his record now. He's 11-2-1. I'm not sure if he had a draw before he fought, but I think he did. I think he already had a draw because I think Bud was his 13th fight.
He
He had
said,
12 fights.
"Never fold is stupid." He said he got me and you on the pound for pound.
Hey, you might as well. You got daggone Magnum all.
He said they paid me for rankings. This is boxing.
No, this man is number three.
Oh
How?
my
Coming off of
God.
two losses back to back. How was this man number three? No, the man got two losses back to back. How was this man number three? How was he ranked above Boxman? How was he ranked above Boxman? This man got two losses
I'm
back to back.
thinking about everything you're saying, and I'm telling you, dog, this shit be favoritism. They be having money behind these motherfuckers. I don't know if these dudes get paid to make these lists, because anybody, Ray
Listen,
Charles and Stevie
I'm
Wonder,
gonna give you. I'm
can
gonna
see
give
something
you.
wrong
I'm
with
gonna give
this.
you the. I'm gonna give you the records of the people that's ranked below below some below Magnumov and Bartram. Magnumov is 11-2-1. Bartram is number four at 23-1. You got
Okay,
Xander Zaya 22-0. You got
okay,
Jerome Buchanan 35-0. Brandon Adams, he should be ranked low. He's 26-4. You got Abbas, who just took his first loss last weekend. He's 17-1. You got Borcha, who should be below them. He's 27-3. And then you got this dude, Bakery Samiki, who's 19-0 at number 10. But Xander, Jerron, and there's an argument for Abbas. All of those guys should be ranked above Bartram, I mean, above Magnumov. Bartram, I can understand him being ranked above Abbas. But they all should be ranked above Magnumov. Magnumov took two losses back to back. Xander, Jerome
he
Buchanan,
said,
and Abbas should
Miguel, what's
all be
going on?
ranked above Magnumov.
Miguel said, what about, I guess he said, what about Virgil Ortiz? Where's Virgil on there?
Virgil was number one, and he ain't beat nobody but Voracek and Magnumov.
Like,
That's
this
all
nigga's.
he beat.
You
Like
know
I said,
what? Double
I don't count the Jerome, I mean the Lubin fight because he was already ranked number one before he fought Lubin. So I don't count the Lubin fight. But he
Okay.
beat Magnumov and Voracek, and that made him number one.
Yeah, my allergies is about to shoot up. Feel it already. Jesus Christ. Um, yeah, you know what, Neverfold? We do, but they ain't gonna give us that shit. We do need it though. I ain't gonna hold you to Neverfold, but I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but maybe one day, but I can't see it happening. I'm not against it. I'm just saying,
Well, we do have a black sanctioning body. We do have one. The IBF is a black owned sanctioning body.
well, we need another one. We need more than
That's
one.
why the IBF is the only one that holds true to their standards.
Yeah,
All
they
of their
do.
rules, the IBF is the only one that
But
holds true to their rules.
it's like I don't know, man. All this shit. This is why I be like, all this shit is crazy. It's just crazy to me, man. All this shit. All this shit is crazy, man.
That's now I can understand. Okay, you saying Jerome Booth Simmons shouldn't be number one because he only had one fight at 54, but I still got him ranked above Magnumov. He's not ranked below Magnumov. Like I said, nobody could tell me who Magnum fought before he fought Bud Crawford. Only people y'all know he fought is Bud and Virgil. Y'all don't know anybody that he fought before Bud.
No,
Nobody know who Boxron fought before Tim Zoo.
no, and it's just it's yeah with these lists. I don't know, bro. With these lists, it's just
That's what I said. I can understand if you don't have Jerron Booson as number one because he only had one fight at 54. I understand that. But Virgil hasn't did anything better than Xander Zayas. Xander Zayas fought a champion for a title. Now he fought for a vacant title, but he fought a champion to take his title. So he's the only unified champion in the division, and you got him ranked number five.
yeah. It's a lot in this, man. Ortiz never been.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
truthfully
look,
speaking, up until last week, the only person that anybody knew that Boychuk fought was Brandon Adams and Virgil. Now he just fought. He just fought. What's the guy name? Oh my God, the guy that fought Stanionis. I can't even think of his name because I get him mixed up with Bawachi, but it's not Bawachi. Um, I can't even think. It's the guy that he fought last weekend. But up until last weekend, the only people y'all know he fought was Brandon Adams and Virtue, and he lost to both of them.
yeah. Um, yeah. These lists be crazy, man. This is be crazy.
No, he not fighting names, but neither is Virtue. The only
No,
name
but
fighter that Virtue,
he also said nobody's giving a Xander a shot.
yeah, but I mean, truthfully speaking, the only name fighter that Virtue fought is Lubin. Lubin is the only name fighter that he fought. Magnemov is not a name. Voracek is not a name. Their names came off of losses. Their names came off of losses. Magnemov name became known because he lost to Bud.
Yeah.
Voracek name became a name because he lost to Brandon Adams and Virgil Ortiz.
Oh, jeez.
Those guys are not names.
Yeah. I got.
He said Xander cherry picking. Xander ain't cherry picking. Xander had a chance to fight Virgil Ortiz. Virgil gave that man an hour to sign the contract. He signed it in 10 minutes. Virgil decided to go fight Magnamar. Xander had a chance to fight Sebastian Fundora. He was his mandatory. Sebastian Fundora dropped the title. He ain't cherry picking anything. Those guys are not taking the opportunity to fight him. He's jumping on every opportunity that he gets. He's not cherry picking.
Excuse me, y'all. I was trying to look up something. So when y'all see me turned this way, I'm just looking up something. So just forgive me. Give me a second. Um.
He said Xander hasn't fought anybody yet. He had the opportunity to fight two people, and both of them decided to fight somebody else instead of him.
Okay, this is the fight that you're talking about for tomorrow. No, for tonight. Okay, I was looking that up.
You can't say that he's cherry picking or he ain't fight nobody yet when he had the opportunity to fight two guys that everybody say are the biggest names in the division, and both those guys decided to fight somebody else instead of him. Sebastian Fundora dropped the title to go um fight Keith Thurman. He dropped the title to fight Keith Thurman. Virgil decided to fight Magnamar instead of fighting Xander Zayas.
All right, let me get back to the. Okay, so what we before is you said. Level 4 said 154 is full of email champs. God damn, level 4?
Uh,
Shit.
only guy, Xander Zayas is the only guy that's not an email champ. Well, not the only guy. Xander Zayas um,
Getting
and
another
Josh
one.
Kelly. The only email champ is
Yeah,
Sebastian Fundora.
yeah,
The only
Miguel.
email
Yeah,
champ
Miguel.
is Sebastian
Yeah,
Fundora.
Miguel. Yeah, Miguel. This is the reason why you have to give guys opportunities, man. And this is the reason why we always say that um, this guy hasn't done anything. But how could the guy do anything if he's not getting the opportunity to do it? So this is what we got to remember. You know, it can't always be off of favoritism and because this is your favorite fighter and you don't know who this guy fought or you're not familiar with his resume that he doesn't deserve a shot. Everybody deserves an opportunity. It's kind of like when Earl Spence stepped to Keith Thurman for a shot. And what did Keith do? But then Keith turned around and he wanted a shot.
Do
What
y'all
did
hold on? Do y'all realize Xander Zayas is only 22 years old?
damn,
I don't think y'all realize this man is a unified title holder at
he ain't he
54.
ain't
He's only
he came in
22.
when did he come in? When he was like 18,
16.
17, 18?
He came in when he was 16.
He's still young. Ain't even hit the grown man
Oh,
stretch yet.
no, no, no. I'm sorry. He didn't. He became a pro fighter at 18, if I'm not mistaken. I'm about to put his bio up.
Okay.
I
No,
believe he became
that's
a
what I
pro
thought. I thought
fighter
he
at
came.
18.
I thought he came in at 18.
Yeah, I think he did became a pro fighter at 18. I'm about to put his bio up.
It's all good.
But yeah, this
Yeah,
man is only 22 years old. He's the youngest unified champion in the sport of boxing right now.
yeah. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with my shit over here. My shit's crazy. I'm trying to get something straight over here to see what something look like. Cause right now I'm trying to see how my video look, and my phone is like whoop. Uh, yeah. Well, you know,
Oh, he's 23. He just turned 23 September. September 5th, he turned 23.
hopefully, Miguel. Hopefully we'll get that. Listen, I sit back and whatever boxing puts in front of our face, we don't have to accept it. You know, we
Yeah,
don't have to.
he started. Um, he started his pro career 4 years ago. October 26, 2019 was his pro debut. So he started 20. Yeah, so yeah, he started when he was 18 years old.
No, I'm not tapping out. I never tap out. Shit, I ain't tapping out to nothing. I don't be giving a else be caring about when it comes to this boxing because at the end of the day, none of us as fans, content creators, have any control over how they run boxing. You either could accept what boxing gives you, or you could not accept it and go, you know what? I'm not supporting this fight. I'm not supporting this particular fighter, and I'm gonna back out. That's how I always been. I'm not one of these content creators that is jumping out the window every time something goes wrong with boxing. I'm not gonna sit on my live for 4 hours complaining about something I ain't got no control over. So
Hey,
it's never
and
tapping out. I'm just not one of the people who's gonna come on here and crash out because I ain't got no reason to crash out. I
and
pick and
and
choose.
the guy that Xander Zayas beat before he just
Y'all
beat
go ahead because
Abbas,
I gotta fix something. Go ahead, keep talking to him. D. Give me a second. I
the,
gotta
the,
fix something.
the guy that Xander Zayas beat before he just beat Abbas, which was his first title defense. was Jorge Garcia Perez. That was the guy that had just got a unanimous decision over Charles Martin. I mean, Charles Conwell.
Okay.
Oh,
All right, y'all.
He got a split decision over Charles Conwell. But everybody was saying Charles Conwell was the truth, and this guy just got finished
Boxing
beating
will
Charles
give
Conwell.
you a stroke. I mean, God forbid. I hope not. I would never want to see somebody. That's just the dudes that you see talking that raise their blood temperature and they get. It's no need for that. Why you think when I talk boxing I'm so relaxed and I'm so calm? Because I don't let none of this shit bother me. It don't bother me. It really don't bother me. It really don't. Only thing that bothers me is when dudes don't really make when dudes fail drug tests, when they come in a positive, and probably these scorecards that we get. Other than that, nothing else bothers me in boxing, man. It really don't. But the scorecards I could deal with a little more than I could deal with dudes failing the PED and went up dirty. That's it. Other than that, none of this shit bothers me. That's why I'm able to be so cool, calm, and collected versus these dudes jumping on here and going crazy and shit. Like, I'm not doing that. Seafood, what up?
What's going on, people? Hey, dog, this man Charles Martin is 39 years old.
Of course. What you thought he was older or younger?
No, man, that man old. Do
Oh,
y'all really give him a chance of beating Fa Ajaba?
keep his name there, but they really don't give a chance to push. I think at some point, Miguel, this is what we got to realize, right? Every guy will get their shot and their opportunity, but in order to get that, you can't make a fighter fight you. You can't. The team, like you have a team that take care of shit, right? You can call whoever you want to call out, but your team take care of shit, right? If your team can't get the other team to agree with the terms, and you got a fighter that just seems like he's not interested in giving you a shot or just he doesn't want to fight you, it's kind of hard. And I don't think a lot of people understand that. I think people just look at boxing and think because you guys are fighters, you're supposed to get in there and do that. It's difficult. This is why I'm like a lot of people don't understand the business. Forget just seeing your favorite fighter versus your favorite fighter. It's business. We spoke about this many a times. Business, networks, promoters, huh? Everybody, listen, everybody got to get paid, and not just the fighters, managers, networks, promoters, agents, the motherfucker who carry your bags, the motherfucker who scramble your eggs, motherfucker who holds the hand pads for you. Everybody got to get paid, baby. This is a business. So what doesn't make sense to y'all makes sense to them because it's business. It's fucked up, but it is what it is, man. And I realized that, and that's the reason why I can have these cool, calm, and collected conversations. Now, when Brother Free just went through that pound for pound list, in my mind, I'm like, I'm not really big on pound for pound, but I know when some shit makes sense and when it don't. And those names that's on there, am I disappointed them names on there? Not really. I tell you because there's a lot behind that. Those names are not thrown on that list just to be thrown on. It's a lot behind that shit. Because Free knows, I know, any real boxing fan knows none of that shit makes sense. My man Thomas, my BX brother,
No,
everybody goes
that's
sports
not a
talk.
that's not a pound for pound list. That's the ranking for 154.
Well, listen, according to some of them, that's probably they. I mean, that shit is crazy. That's what they making it look like. They making it look like a pound for pound in they rankings. Like I'm like, what are y'all doing?
No, like I said, I don't agree with that.
Great.
You can't. You can't have a guy that's coming off of two consecutive losses ranked higher than a unified champion who has no losses. There's no possible way you can justify that. A guy coming off of two consecutive losses ranked higher than a unified champion who has no losses. There's no
Yeah.
justification for that. And you say, oh, well, Xander Zayas hasn't fought anybody. Well, Magnemov hasn't fought anybody outside of losing to Bud Crawford and losing to Virgil.
Well, we
He
have to
hasn't fought
remember.
anybody either.
You know what? I'm gonna take something. I'm gonna say something now. I'm glad you. Said that. We have to remember now. It's kind of hard to say that about Xander, and y'all forgetting that he's 22 or
Huh?
going on 20. Y'all got to remember he's 22, 23. So it's kind of hard to say that he didn't fight anybody. The boy's still getting his feet wet.
No. This man became a unified champion faster than any other unified champion not named Lomachenko. He did it in 4 years.
Lomachenko!
He did it in 4 years.
Yo, never fold. I'm gonna get you to train me so I can get ready to fight Gary Antoine, man. I need you to train me, bro.
You go ahead and fight Gary Antoine, and Neverfold can train you, but Neverfold will be the one that will be reading your obituary as well.
I'm just saying though. I want to be in the ranking. I want to be in the rankings. I'm getting never fold to train me. I bet you that. I do tell your man Gary to get ready.
Ah, he's talking about, I want to be in the rankings. You gonna be in the rankings of the person that had a professional fight and died the same night.
Hey, look, hold on. Never fold said, look, never fold said, holla at seafood. He said, I'm never fold. He said, I'm not in that department, bro. Holla at seafood. Oh man. Boxing,
No,
I can coach basketball for sure. Nah. Um,
no, there's
yeah, it's
no, you can't justify that. There's can't no can't nobody give me an argument why Magnum should be ranked higher than Xander Zayas. What is the argument? What literally? What is the argument? You said Xander Zayas hasn't fought anybody. Well, the only two guys that Magnumov has fought, he lost. The
Mike. What
only two
up?
guys that he fought, he lost.
Yeah.
So now losing is better than winning. That's what you're telling me. You lose to a bigger name, that's better than winning against a bunch of nobodies. So if I go out and I lose to Usyk, I should be ranked higher than Daniel Dubois because I lost to Usyk. That's what you're telling me. That's what you're telling me.
Hey,
I should be ranked higher. Oh no, I take that back. I should be ranked higher than Moses and Tada because I lost to Usyk. I should be ranked higher than Moses. That's what you're telling me. I didn't fight anybody. I just fought Usyk. I lost to Usyk,
hey,
so I should be ranked higher than Moses.
I lost to George Kambosos though. Where does that leave me?
He said Manimov never lost. He took a lesson. Boxing people be on crack. He never lost.
Who?
Uh, he's saying that to be funny. He never lost. He
Yeah,
took a lesson.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. George
Bro,
Kambosos for real. And I lost to George. Where does that leave me? Where does that leave me, Free?
George Kambosos is not a name. You lose to George Kambosos, you just lost to George Kambosos. He's not a name. George Kambosos got a name for beating Tio.
Oh, somebody hitting you? Okay. You need to fight Shakur next. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes this boxing shit is just it's crazy, man. It's crazy because we spend time trying to make sense out of some shit that just don't make sense. I mean, y'all remember that they were making Jake Paul, right? At the time they ranked him. What they ranked Jake Paul? Like number 15? Y'all remember that? What was that, last year? Year before they ranked him number 15? And I'm like, no disrespect. How the fuck did that happen? Y'all remember that? Crazy. Nasty work. Nasty work. Yo, listen. Y'all let this boxing drive y'all crazy if y'all want. I don't let none of this shit drive me crazy. And I forgot that the IBF was a black sanction. So I totally forgot about that part. So forgive me. I don't want people to be like, yo, he don't even know they have one. Totally forgot about that because the WBC is always being brought up. Everything else is always brought up. So yeah, I let that one slip. It's crazy, man. I don't let none of this shit bother me. There's certain shit in boxing that bother me, and there's certain shit that I just tend to rub off. Because there's nothing we can do about 80% of the shit that we complaining about, we can't do nothing about it. Funny story, I told Coach. He was laughing at me. He think I'm joking. I'm dead serious. Feed me Shakur. Shit. I'm gonna tell you, like Bomac told what you call it in the Fight Hype interview when they asked who should fight Shakur next, and the first thing Bomac said is stay the hell away from Shakur. Shit, stay away from that dude. Stay the hell away. Angie, my girl, what's up? Stay away from Shakur. You can feed me. You can feed me anybody else, but don't give me Shakur. Mm-mm. Because I'm convinced now that he could beat a lot of other people that we think that he can't beat. No, stay away from Shakur. Leave that dude alone. Leave that Newark, New Jersey dude alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone, man. Hell no. No Shakur. I ain't single. I can't. Yo, number 4, you my dude. I don't got time to be going to visit you in no damn emergency rooms because you want to sit there and challenge Shakur. Don't do that. Please never fold. Thomas, what's up? Nah, I know you got a call, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to sports, I'm like that. Yeah, not Shakur though. Bomac told him when they asked him who you think should fight him next, and he said, "Stay away from Shakur. Stay away from him." Listen, there's certain dudes in boxing, even though I say everybody should get an opportunity to fight, but if you know you ain't like that, there's certain fighters that you need to stay away from in boxing, right? There's a shitload of them I can name right now. Shakur, Abdullah Mason, Boots, um, Bam Bam Rodriguez, um, give me somebody else free.
What?
There's just some guys like Shakur, Boots, Abdullah,
What are you saying?
maybe Xander too. There's just some guys in boxing that y'all just need to stay away from. There's certain guys for
Oh,
real. There's certain guys that I even
no.
though we want to see everybody fight, there's certain guys is like you can take the fight.
I'm gonna
I got
I'm
an
gonna tell
issue with
you. There's only a handful of guys people actually try to avoid. There's Gary Antoine,
Oh yeah, Gary Antoine. I was gonna say that too. Gary, yeah,
Jerron Businis, David Benavidez.
yeah, David, yeah, definitely David, definitely David. That's a leave David alone. Please leave David alone.
Oh. Ja overtime. That's probably it. That's probably it.
Yeah, there's certain guys that
Those
and
guys,
even
I see those guys being avoided more than the average fighter. I know people want to throw in there Devin Haney or whatever. You can't tell me Devin Haney got damn near 40 fights and he's being avoided.
hmm,
And he fought top level competition. It's not like he fought all low level competition. You got guys like Jerron Boots Ennis who people say he's never
the,
fought top level competition.
the problem is when it comes to Devin, it's the same thing that comes with Shakur and Tank. Well, they didn't, until it's like nobody would be satisfied to any of those guys fight each other. And I'm like, why can't we just talk boxing without always having to? I want to still see it. Well, you can keep praying for it. You can keep praying for it.
I think when it comes to Devin Haney, people say, "Oh, Devin Haney is being avoided." I think Devin Haney was only avoided with two guys. One of them he ended up fighting. The other guy
Crush
he
it up.
still hasn't. The other guy he still hasn't fought yet, and that was Loma and Tio. I think those are the only two guys that avoided Devin Haney.
I tell you what. I tell you what. After seeing what poor T.O. just went through with Shakur, I don't even want to see what it would have went like with Devin. Mm-mm. And I'm still saying that I didn't think it would go like that. So I can only imagine what the hell Devin would have.
I,
No,
I
son.
think, I think the fight will play out a little bit different with Devin because Devin is not as defensively sound as Shakur. Shakur is more of a defensive fighter than Devin is. Devin is more of an offensive fighter.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, Fold, it seemed like Rolly started speaking a different language when his name
But
came up.
I don't. I mean, yeah, Rolly said he didn't want to fight with Devin, but I don't look at Rolly as a fighter that people should be pushing for. Yeah, he has a title, but he's not a good fighter. I'm talking about good fighters. Talking about good fighters that avoided other good fighters. I
Yeah.
think Tio and Loma was the only guys that avoided Devin. I don't think Shakur avoided Devin. I think Shakur wanted more money for the fight, but I don't think he avoided Devin. I think if he would have got the money that he was looking to get, he would have fought Devin. I don't think Tank avoided Devin. I think his promoter didn't want to pay Devin the money that Devin was asking to get that fight for Tank. I don't think Tank avoided Devin. So that's when I say avoided, I'm looking at the top level opponent. Tank didn't avoid Loma. Tank was about to fight Loma. Loma walked away from the table and said, "I'm retiring."
Go ahead. Y'all keep this going. Just 1 second. Keep it going for me. I
So
got to go grab something.
if you wanna talk about when Loma called out Tank Davis, Loma was the A side. Tank Davis was virtually unknown at that time. Tank Davis haven't even fought Pedraza for a title at that time that Loma said he wanted to fight Tank Davis. Loma was the A side. Loma could have sent Tank Davis uh, um, offer, but
Oh,
it wasn't really up to Loma neither. It was more so up to Bob Erm. Bob Erm didn't want that fight for Loma. So people say
who's gonna pay for
Tank
it?
Davis avoided Loma. No, Tank Davis didn't. Tank Davis wasn't the A side. People keep thinking that Tank Davis was always the A side. When Loma called out Tank Davis wasn't even a champion yet.
Turn Tank
Wasn't even a champion yet.
sent anything to Tank.
Loma was the A side to Tank Davis when Loma
And then
called out Tank Davis.
you know what too? Floyd didn't make it seem no better neither, cause he tell him don't make me go get Lomo. So it made it look like he was avoiding them. When everybody
No,
heard that, oh, like
no, see, and that's what and everybody used that. Oh, Floyd threatened Tank Davis with Loma. Floyd didn't have to threaten Tank Davis with Loma. All Floyd had to do was say, Loma is the next person that you're fighting. Tank Davis
Yeah,
wasn't in position to say yes or no.
yeah.
Tank Davis wasn't in that position.
But free. That's what they run to, though, right?
I mean, remember Tank Davis said he felt like they setting him up when he got into the Pedraza fight. He still fought Pedraza. He said the same thing about Rolly. He still fought Rolly
Yeah. But that's they go to though.
because people don't do the research and they don't know the history. People don't do the research, they don't know the history.
That's gonna be everybody's go to. That hey, Floyd said remember the time Floyd said don't make me go get Loma. Yeah, man. It is what it is, man. But what we get now is what I'm satisfied with, and
I don't think Tank Davis is scared of anybody. I think Tank Davis is all about what fight pays him the most money. Tank Davis told y'all he's about the money. The man told you what he was about. Y'all keep saying, "Oh, Tank Davis ain't trying to get, he's not trying to unify or whatever." Well, if the unification was paying him more money than any other fight that he was getting on, or any other fight he had on the table, he would take the unification fight. Tank Davis made good money throughout his career.
this
He's
setup is not
about
working.
money. I don't like I said, a lot of the fights that Tank people say Tank avoided, Tank wasn't in position to make those fights. That was up to Floyd and Leonard Ellaby. When Tank Davis came into position to make fights, he tried to make the Loma fight. They sent the offer to Shakur. So you can't say he wasn't trying to make the fight when he came into position to make these fights. He took the Ryan Garcia fight.
Yeah, that's the thing about that's the thing about boxing, man. It's
He was and I heard people say this for about 3 weeks after that whole thing came out for Steven Espinoza. They were like, "Oh no, they wasn't sending an offer to Shakur for Tank Davis, and then this and that. That one fight deal wasn't for Tank Davis; it was for something else." And then Shakur
um
comes out and tell everybody, "I should have took the offer." Came out and told everybody, "I should have took the offer for Tank Davis. I should have took it."
fight. I don't want to call fighters scary, never fall, but some fighters do have worries about other fighters, and they'll try to avoid them the best way they know how, or they go if the price is right. And then you got some that they don't even care about money. They just, nah, I'm not interested in him. I
No,
think that's why
like I said,
Mr. Gary Antoine goes through what he goes through because to get in there with him, that's a risk.
y'all gotta
You don't know if
understand.
you're gonna come out
A,
catching.
a lot of times these fighters don't have the say so in who they fight. They are employees to the promoter.
Yeah,
Everybody want to keep saying.
that's why you
Everybody
heard
want to keep
Shakur.
saying. Everybody want to keep saying, "Oh no, the promoters work for the fighters." No, they do not. The fighters work for the promoter. That's why the promoter can say, "Yes, you're going to fight this person," or "No, you're not going to fight this person." They have the promoters are the boss. The fighters work for the promoters. You have some fighters who have that leeway where they could say, "I want this fight, I want that fight," but most fighters don't have that leeway. Most fighters don't have
Yeah,
that leeway. I mean, Devin might, he might. I'm not gonna say Devin stops anybody till I see him stop somebody. I haven't seen Devin stop anybody since he stopped the dude Moran. I've seen him drop people, but I haven't seen him stop anybody since the Moran fight. And I seen him beat up people. He beat up Cambodia, didn't stop him. Loma was the only person that stopped him up until daggone Richardson Hitchens stopped him.
oh
Loma was the only one that stopped him at 35. And Devin beat Cambodia up. So until Devin stops somebody, I'm not gonna say he's stopping anybody. He might hurt up. He might hurt his opponent. He
Well,
might
I
he
can't
might drop his
say
opponent. But I'm not saying he's stopping
I
anybody. So
can't
I can't
say
stop
he
somebody.
should have. I don't. It's kind of hard to say what fighter should have stopped another fighter. I can't say he should have stopped Regis because you know people feel like because Regis is not everybody's favorite fighter or he's not what he was when he first came in, so he should have stopped him. It's kind of hard to say that. You still got to give Regis Prograis some credit. You know,
What's going on, T. Hill?
it's kind of hard to say that.
No,
You
I
know,
mean, like, like, like I said, unless a fighter is a knockout artist, I'm not looking for a stoppage. Like a David Benavidez, John Obertine, Tank Davis, Gary Antoine, Arthur. Those guys are knockout artists. I'm looking to see them stop somebody. I'm not looking to see Devin stop nobody. I'm looking to see Devin outclass his opponent. I'm looking to see Shakur outclass his opponent. I'm not looking to see them stop anybody. If they do, great. But I'm not betting no money on them stopping anybody because the chances of them stopping somebody is like 50-50. For Devin, it might be less than that now. I think he was at a 50% stop ratio, but it might be less than that now. So I'm not.
oh,
I'm not. Devin. Devin
oh,
was at a 50% stop ratio, but it might be less than that. I haven't looked at Devin's knockout ratio. I
well,
think
see,
Shakur is like a 50% knockout ratio.
well, this is what y'all got to understand about boxing, and this is where the confusion come in, especially with fans. And I've stressed this plenty of times, me and Free. Boxing is not always about knockouts. It's not always about stoppages. It's just not going to happen all the time. And because a man can't get stoppages, or the last time he got a stoppage was a year ago or 2 years ago, does that make him less of a fighter? Um, it's just it's different competitions. You're seeing guys in boxing with different styles. Olympians, guys who were Golden Gloves champions, guys who fought in different countries, different states. It's just what I mean. It's not going to always be like that, man. That's not what boxing is about all the time. I think
Yeah,
when we do
Devin.
get that, a lot of y'all get spoiled when you used to
Yeah,
guys or when you used to seeing fighters get stopped and get knocked out. So the first thing you run with is that's how boxing's supposed to go. That's not how it's supposed to go all the time. It's just not going to
yeah,
happen. Now, nobody
right.
thought that Shushu, if Shushu didn't go out there and get a knockout, and even if he won, y'all would have said, yeah, but he should have knocked him out. Which that was the motivation for Shu to
No,
go in there and do what he did because he already knew he would get criticized for not knocking him out, even though he won already.
but Shushu's not a knockout artist. He stopped a lot of his
But
opponents, but he's not a
regardless,
knockout
regardless
artist.
if he's not a knockout artist or not, they would have had something to say. He should have knocked him out free. He should have stopped him. Why can't a win just be a win?
No, I mean I don't know if they would have had something to say. Now I don't look at Shushu as a knockout artist. I
We're
look at
not. It's not
Shushu
about looking at
as
it. We talk about boxing. Period. People got to stop thinking boxing is just about knockouts and stoppages. Rather, if somebody's an artist or not.
I'm talking about boxing. Period. I look at Shushu as a boxer. When you got to, like you always say, you got to remember who you talking to. And like I said, when I talk boxing, I'm talking to the people that knows boxing. I'm not talking to the casuals that don't analyze the fight, that don't study these fighters, and don't know the business of boxing. I'm talking to the guys that know the business, that study these fights and watch boxing on a regular basis. We know what these fighters are. Like I'm looking at Devin Haney right now. Devin Haney is a 45% knockout ratio. He has a 45% knockout ratio. He has 33 wins, 15 knockouts. He's not a knockout artist. His last knockout was in 2019.
Yeah.
2019. That's 7 years ago.
Somebody just wrote that in the chat. I think Neverfold just
Yeah,
wrote that.
yeah. That was 2019. That's 7 years ago. The last time he knocked somebody out. May 25th, 2019 was the last time he knocked anybody out. So he's not a knockout ratio. I mean, he's not a knockout fighter. He's a guy that's going to come in there and outclass his opponent. He's going to outbox him, outpoint him. He might drop him, he might hurt him, but he's the chances of him knocking somebody out, you have a greatest chance of getting your parlay correct on your bet. You have a greater chance of getting your parlay correct.
Yeah.
So I just look at these guys for what they are. Like I said, I'm not talking to everybody. I'm talking to these guys who supposed to be boxing diehard fans that study these fighters and study the fight. You know what you get when you get an opponent. Like Devin Haney, I don't expect Devin Haney to knock anybody out. I expect him to go out there outclass. Shakur, I don't expect him to knock anybody out. I expect him to outclass him. Shushu, I don't expect to get a knockout. I would say I believe Shushu will knock this person out based on what I see in that fight. In that fight, not every fight. If I see opponent is not on his level and he easily touched, I would say okay, Shushu probably knocked this guy out. But other than that, nah. And I picked Shushu for the knockout. I said between 8 and 9, Shushu gonna stop his opponent. He stopped him at 8. I knew what I saw on the daggone draw. I said Shushu's gonna make a statement. He's gonna show everybody the reason why Cool Boy moved to 130. He's gonna show everybody the reason why Cool Boy moved to 130. And that's exactly what he did. Because that same dude that Shushu stopped dropped Cool Boy, and a lot of people thought it was a good chance that he could have won that fight over Cool Boy.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think Devin beats Ryan as well. I think Devin will beat Ryan because when Devin was boxing Ryan, he was beating Ryan. It's when Devin tried to knock Ryan out, he kept getting caught. Every time he tried to knock Ryan out, he got caught. But when he was boxing Ryan, he was beating Ryan every single round. Every Devin won every round he didn't get knocked down in. Every round that they didn't call a knockdown, Devin won those rounds. Every single one.
Yeah.
If
That's
he would have had one less, if he would have had one round less of a knockdown, Devin would have won that fight. You take one of those knockdowns away, Devin wins that fight.
that's why I hope on the 21st he get his ass whipped. He said, "Shoo shoo, stop." Well, I don't.
He probably will.
Y'all ain't gonna make me say some shit on here. Y'all ain't gonna.
Hey,
Hey,
based off of what we just seen in their last two performances, he probably will.
y'all ain't about to, man. You and D Free be on
What?
some shit. Y'all be
What?
trying to set
Hey,
me up.
shut up. What I noticed from Cool Boy, he has problems with other boxers. When he fought Martha anyway, he was another boxer. Martha anyway, they boxer puncher. He has problem with other boxers. That's what Cool Boy has problem with. So I wouldn't doubt that she should stop Cool Boy because Cool Boy has problem with other boxers. And
Y'all ain't gonna make me say some shit. I'm out of this
Shushu can punch.
conversation.
Shushu can punch.
I have to go to Philly, Thomas. You're not gonna get me whooped on. Damn it.
Trouble. Stop it.
You ain't gonna get me whooped on, Thomas.
Sit down.
Nah. But you know what though? I posted something on Facebook about Shoo Shoo and Cool Boy. I remember I posted it. Damn, was it last year? And I said, what about this fight right here? And I got so much feedback. People, I did it on Facebook, and they was like, "Yo, that would be crazy. That would be crazy." But now it's like, yeah, it would be extra crazy. Yeah, man, he ain't about to get me whooped for that. I got to go to Philly. Fuck out of here, man. We heard what you said on the show. Bop. Nah, you ain't gonna bop me. Nah, but it would be. Yeah, I'm convinced now after watching what Oshaki Foster did. That was sheesh.
That's what I said. I said I don't. I said
Sheesh.
Oshaki. I said Oshaki Foster can beat Cool Boy. What Oshaki Foster has to do is not fall asleep in the fight because Oshaki Foster has moments where he gives rounds away. If Oshaki Foster can fight his style the entire fight, he can beat Cool Boy. I said it was a 50-50 fight because it was on paper. It was a 50-50 fight. But when they got in the ring, Oshaki was just too big and too good of a boxer for Cool Boy.
All right, Miguel. You have a blessed one. You and your family enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure you come on back. We'll be back here again today.
Yeah,
I'll be back at five
Oshaki
o'clock
was
today.
just Oshaki was just too big and too good of a boxer for Cool Boy. Cool Boy
I ain't gonna hold you
hasn't.
though. I ain't gonna hold you though. I was saying to myself it was gonna be a little more competitive, and I was like, all right, cool
No,
boy.
on paper, that's what everybody thought. Everybody thought it was going to be
I was like,
a great
this,
fight on paper. But when they got in the ring, it didn't pan out that way. That's
it
why
damn
we
sure didn't
have to
pan
see
out that
the
way.
fight. That's why we have to see the fight because on paper, it looked like a 50-50 fight.
You
We
know
knew
what it
that
is?
Cool Boy
I
was a
think
good
I think
boxer.
that's the difference that people take names and put it on paper and go, hey, free, this is a damn good fight. And then we get in there and that shit turned out to be something totally different. And we like, yo, what the fuck happened?
Like,
Yo,
I
what
mean,
is this?
there's a lot of fights that we see like that. Like I said, the Cool Boy fight with Oshaki, the Earl Spence with Bud Crawford, the
Watch
Manny
your mouth now.
Pacquiao with Floyd Mayweather.
Watch your mouth now.
Um,
Woof.
I'm trying to think of another fight where it was just one side. The Brian Norman versus Devin Haney, the T.O. versus Josh Taylor. I mean, we all thought something different going into the fight for the most part until they got in the ring and that bell sound and it played out totally different than what we thought it was going to happen. I thought it was
Yeah.
going to be more of a competitive fight for Devin Haney and Brian Norman, but it was one sided. Devin was just too good of a boxer for Brian
Do
Norman.
you do you do you did I mean not to bring it up, but I just want to know, would you add the Shakur and T.O. to that too? Because people might have thought it was gonna be a little more competitive than that.
No,
No?
I said the only chance that that T.O. had to win this fight was to be the aggressor in that fight, and he had to impose his will on Shakur. I said the problem with that was T.O. was a bad front foot fighter.
Okay.
His front foot fighting is worse than Shakur's back foot fighting and Shakur's defense. So
Okay.
Shakur is a counter puncher by nature. So is Tio. But Shakur is a better come forward fighter than Tio is. So Shakur has the ability to come forward and still be able to beat Tio. Tio don't have that ability to be able to come forward and beat Shakur. Shakur was his jab was just too much for Tio.
When you say that, I think about the Floyd Mayweather and Chico Canales. Even though they both were undefeated and I guess on paper it looked great, but when he got in there, Floyd made that shit look too. I don't know. Did you like when you go back, you watch that fight, you like, damn, he made it look too easy. And Chico was that dude now. It's just Floyd was just to be.
No, but see, you had to know what these fighters have problems with. If you go look
Yes.
at if you go look at Chico's previous fight before he fought Floyd,
Yeah.
Chico had problem with guys that had fast hands and could move around the ring. The problem was he was in there with the best guy with fast hands and could move around the ring. That was the problem. Chico was able to maneuver in those other fights because he had long arms and he was a big puncher. But when he got in there with a guy like Floyd, who was the best guy, it didn't pan out the way that Chico thought it was going to pan out.
Because I said I thought he would use his advantage, even his reach advantage over Floyd, and that shit wasn't nothing.
I mean, and you could tell what was going to happen in the Shakur and Tio fight based off of Tio's um his approach to the fight and his approach to a lot of his fights. Tio stayed away from top level opponents. He only fought two top level opponents in his entire career. Shakur was the third one. He fought Loma. He beat Loma. Loma, quote unquote, was injured going into that fight. He fought Josh Taylor. but Josh Taylor wasn't the same fighter that fought Jose Ramirez. So those two top level opponents that he fought had something going into that fight. Shakur was a guy that had none of those issues. He didn't have a injury going into the fight, and he wasn't a shell of himself going into that
Hold
fight.
on. Hold on.
Mhm.
Hey, Tiafimo Senior got to chill with that shit. What happened to your power, bro?
I mean, you knew what happened to his power. He ain't had no power the whole time he's been at 140.
Yo,
The
they
only
showed
person that he
the
stopped, the only person that he stopped at 140 was a guy named Campus.
You gotta
Nobody
hit
even
him, bro. What happened
nobody
to
know
your
who
power?
Campus is. That's the only person that T.O. stopped at 140 was a guy named Campus.
Yo, what
And
happened to
everybody
his
like, oh, that's the same guy that fought Earl. No, that was Campo that fought Earl, not Campus. This is two different guys.
Yo, what happened to it? Hey, what happened to his power though, free?
He ain't got none at 35. I mean, at 40. He had power at 35 because he was bigger than those guys. Now,
I tell
now
you this time. I
and
can't
that's
say.
another reason.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Go. I'm sorry. Go ahead, free.
No, I was gonna say that's another reason why I don't think T.O. will ever go to 47. He don't have no power at 40. His power is going to be even less at 47. His power is
Yeah,
going to be even less.
that's why when he said that, I'm like, no disrespect. You barely survived 40. 47, they going.
Yeah, because there's about two or three fights that a lot of people think that T.O. lost that he got the nod in.
Yeah, 'cause what are you going to do if they put a T versus a Brian Norman? What would you do in that situation? I'm just asking. I'm not saying they would,
I know,
free.
I know. If I was a T.O. fan or if I was in T.O.'s camp, what I would do in a Brian Norman fight, I will find the nearest corner and get on my knees and pray. That's what I would do.
Come on, though.
I will find the nearest corner and get on my knees
Wait,
and pray.
no,
That's what I would do.
look, he going like, what are you gonna do though? You know what I'm saying? And what is listen, his father can't say, yo, you gotta box this guy. What happened to your power? You gotta box this guy. You see what Devin did to him? He's not that good. Box him.
hmm I'm just saying that's what I would
He
do.
said, I'm just saying.
That's what I would do. Just
He
like
said,
I
fuck
mean,
it, there
like
was
I said, I picked Devin Haney to beat Brian Norman. I was like, I got Devin Haney winning a unanimous decision. People were like, oh, Devin Haney gonna stop him. This. I'm like, he's not gonna stop him. He's gonna win by unanimous decision. And all of these fans that said Devin was gonna stop him, I haven't heard nobody say anything else. They haven't said anything. I was like, I told you he wasn't gonna stop him. He was gonna beat him, but he's not gonna stop him. He's not gonna stop Brian Norman.
no, yeah, these, and let me tell you something. I don't know. These trainers, man, that didn't grow up in boxing, but somehow they go to the gym, they learn a little something, or they think they do, and no instructions. No instructions. No instructions. Um, and I refuse to. I refuse to make a mockery of myself, and I don't know the game or I ain't studied the game, but all of a sudden, that's why I said boxing is place where they leave the door open for anybody to walk in. I don't know. I'm not on StreamYard, Thomas, so I won't be on StreamYard till next week. But if you want to, I'll give you the link for later. I'm gonna come up later, and if you want, I'll give you the link because I'll be talking about the Nick Ball and Brandon Figueroa weigh-in. Since they fighting them all. I'm gonna be on StreamYard. Don't worry, y'all. I'm gonna get on back on StreamYard where I'm not gonna wait for it to end so I can get back on. I'm gonna be back on for good. It's just
Hey,
it's slow right now.
y'all, what y'all want to do? If y'all want Carnes to continue being on StreamYard, start sending super chats so he can he can save his dough so he
I
can pay
mean,
for
I
the
mean,
rehab. He'll have
I
the dough
mean,
to pay. I
I
mean,
mean,
super chats
I'm gonna
and
be real with you.
all of the money that goes to the channel goes to the channel. That's part of the channel.
You listen. Why you think I be like I don't make people y'all support whatever y'all want to, but you know it's hard to do something when you don't. I don't use the money financially for myself. I have to put it back into the channel. So you know if that's what y'all want, you know other than that, we have to do it my way. I try to go live in the best way I know
I,
how, so y'all
I
can be a
tried I
part of it.
tried I tried restream, but it didn't work. It didn't work properly. Maybe it's the Windows that I use, or it's the
Wait a
computer that
minute,
I
what
use.
happened with Restream? I thought everything. Oh damn!
I used it, but it didn't work. It didn't work correctly on my joint.
Whoa,
That's why
whoa, time out. Hold on, BBO, what is your issue?
I don't listen to BBO. I don't listen to BBO. BBO been saying that for about 3 weeks now because David Benavidez is taking food from Ja Overtime.
Oh,
Like I told BBO, go tell Ja
oh, okay.
Overtime to call out. Go tell Ja Overtime to call out David Benavidez because we heard David Benavidez said Ja Overtime is on his
BB,
list.
I don't want you to get no text messages or any DMs from these fighters or their coaches or their entourage. Stop it, brother. Please, Jesus.
Hey, all I know is David Benavidez ain't one of those scary fighters. He would definitely put hands on you. David Benavidez would definitely put hands on you.
You know what I love going back to? I love going back to when him and what you call it God damn, that's crazy. When him and Caleb Plant was fighting, I love to go back to that. When they saw each other outside, he was like, "Yeah, there you go, a dead man walking." I said, "This dude is crazy. He ready to fight right then and there." I'm like, "Hold on, champ."
That,
Yo,
that man, that man, David Benavidez will walk up, will pull up on a nigga in a heartbeat. You pulled up
and let
on,
me
you
tell you
saw what
something.
happened with the Jamal Charlo. Them niggas was fighting at the fight.
I know I'm not a tall dude, but I was not expecting Benavidez to be that damn tall when I saw him. I said,
He
"Holy
like
shit."
he like 6'1". He like
I
six
said,
one.
"Holy shit."
I
This
still I
dude.
still I still right next to David Benavidez. I mean, he wasn't that tall to me.
Last year. Yeah, the fight was entertaining. You know why? Check this out. I'm glad you mentioned that, Neverfold. You know how many people said that? What has Morrell done to earn that? I want to go back to that for a second because y'all always talking about what have fighters done to get that. David Morrell had what 10 fights compared to what Benavidez has done. Me and Free have sat here and listened to people say, "Why is he getting that? Why is he fighting him? Why is not Canelo in that position?" Well, that's a good fucking question. Why don't y'all go ask Canelo?
Well, we do know that Canelo don't want to fight David Benavidez because David Benavidez made it be known. Canelo Alvarez sent me a $5 million offer. I accepted the offer, and they took it off the table. So that was a bluff. You thought he was going to say no. I want more money to fight you, Canelo. He said no. I will fight you. That's Canelo. I'll take the $5 million and fight you. Because I know when I get this $5 million and I whoop your ass, I am now the man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When they threw that, when Morrell threw that damn belt at him, I knew it was real. Then I said, yeah, they going, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like I told you, David Benavidez, he won that fight. I gave David Benavidez all the credit in the world because I picked Morrell to win that fight. David Benavidez won that fight. But what I will say, that might have been the hardest fight that David Benavidez has been in to date. It might have been the hardest fight that he's been in
All you
because
had to do was look at his face after the fight.
that's what I'm about to say. David Benavidez did not come out of that fight unscathed.
No, you know what it is. People see what they see in the ring, and they go, "I don't see what y'all saw." So when they get to the post press conference, and you go, "Oh shit, he got tagged a little." We didn't see that in the ring because y'all be seeing what y'all want to see. Those marks don't get on your face after the fight. Shit, you just don't get
No,
to
I
see it.
don't. I don't care about the size or none of that, BBO. You sitting there talking about the size and all that. David Benavidez fought guys that was taller than him.
No, he said he's 6'5".
Yeah, he's
He
six
said
five.
himself. Yeah, he was saying himself. He's 6'5" himself. The
No,
Mexican
David
pussy cat
David
is
David Benavidez is
5'11".
like 6'1". He's like 6'1".
Oh my God, BBO, you
I,
really got to beef. You really got to beef with Benavides. Jesus Christ,
yeah,
free.
he got he's trying to find a new fighter to leech onto because every fighter that he leached onto lost. Ryan lost. Canelo lost. Now Tio lost. He's trying to find another fighter to leech onto. Now Josh is not there.
Oh, so that's what we. Oh, so what happened is he's so hold on, free.
all his
He's
fighters
he's
lost.
been free, so he's been brokenhearted since last Saturday. Damn.
If you just be a fan of the sport of boxing, you'll enjoy it a lot more. You just be a fan of the sport, you'll enjoy it a lot more.
So what you're saying is he's brokenhearted.
Hey, and Sugar lost, Ali lost. Yeah, they did. The problem is, I didn't go and say somebody else is my favorite. They was Sugar Ray Leonard was my favorite. He's still my favorite. Roy Jones was my favorite. He's still my favorite.
On
And
my
both of them took
listen,
losses.
if you going
And
around
those
just
are the only two fighters ever in history that I've ever said was my favorite fighter. There has never been anybody else that's been my favorite fighter other than Sugar Ray Leonard and Roy Jones. Nobody else. I liked a lot of other guys. I like Mike Tyson. I like Ali. I like Floyd. I like Bernard Hopkins. I like James Tony. I like Evander Holyfield. I like Leonard Lewis. But none of those guys have ever been my favorite. It's only been Sugar Ray Leonard and Roy Jones. That's it. Roy Jones because we got the same birthday. Sugar Ray Leonard because he grew up in my hometown, went to school with my mother and father. That's the only reason why those two guys are my favorite. Other than that, it is what it is.
yeah. Oh, I see. I understand now. I understand now, BBO. I understand.
Now he's saying Abdullah Mason is his favorite, but the whole time it was
Huh?
Emiliano Vargas. It was Emiliano Vargas. Abdullah Mason is his favorite now because now he sees that Abdullah Mason is the truth.
Oh, come on with this
He
shit.
was on Emiliano Vargas for a long time. Oh, Emiliano Vargas do this or he'll do that to Abdullah Mason. Now that he see Abdullah Mason is the truth, he like, oh yeah, Abdullah Mason is my favorite. I've been telling y'all about Abdullah Mason years ago. I'm telling y'all about Abdullah Mason years ago. People looked at me like I was crazy when I said I had Abdullah Mason in my top 10 pound for pound. Niggas looked at me like I was crazy.
Yeah, because of they're like, well, what has he done? What has he accomplished? That's how
Like I said,
they,
I don't look at the accomplishment. I look at the boxing style, and I got him top 10 pound for pound.
as you should. Everybody looks at boxing, but they look at it different, um, which is crazy. But this is why we have to understand how this works. And me, I'm still learning. I'm never
Nah,
one of
I
these
mean
guys
never
to
fold. Once again, never fold. I don't look at what y'all look at. Y'all be looking at oh this guy's a unified champion. This guy's an undisputed champion. I don't look at none of that. I look at their style. If these guys was the same size and they was fighting, who do I believe won? And I got Abdullah Basin in my top 10 pound for pound. His boxing style, his it just it's a top 10 talent. Now, if he will he beat these guys, it remains to be seen. They haven't fought, but right now he's in my top 10 pound for pound. The same way Jawan Boots in it, the same way that Shakur, the same way that Devin, the same way that I have David, Monster in a way. I have a lot of guys in my top 10. I have 10 guys in my top 10, but it's based off of their styles, not their accomplishment.
Yeah. Um, and like I said, we all got ways of learning boxing different, but we just have to make sure When it's time to call people out on their shit, we got to call them out on their shit. You know what I mean? This boxing shit is really not hard to figure out. It's really not. And just remember, everybody's not going to be right all the time. The thing is not to be right all the time, but also not to make a fool of yourself. So we all learn. This is why we have these channels. This is why
This nigga,
we come up
this
here.
nigga said those are his favorite fighters. T.O., Jamel,
No,
Alicia,
no, 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 no.
Canelo,
Don't do that,
Wilder.
B. You don't even like the boy. I ain't gonna even repeat it.
This
I
man
ain't gonna
say,
even repeat
this
it.
man say Jamel, but every time he talks about Jamel, he talks Jamel was a drunk, Jamel duck, Jamel this, Jamel that, but Jamel is his favorite. Man, I haven't heard you say anything good about Jamel ever.
Man, I had to talk to his father and his doggone brother, because boy, they was ready to. I said, "Yo, this dude just put me in a situation where I gotta call these dudes." I had to literally call his father, like, "Yo, it's all good, pops. He didn't mean nothing by it." You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man,
So you didn't tell me that Jamel ducked Boxrum and Magnumov. That's why he got stripped. You didn't tell me that when those guys wasn't his mandatory. The only guy that he should have been stripped for was Tim Zoo because that was his mandatory. That was the only guy he should have been stripped for. You didn't tell me that he ducked Boxrum, he ducked Magnumov. It's on record. Don't forget, it's on record.
yeah, we got it on wax. Like what they say, we got it on wax. We got it on
I'm like,
wax.
how he ducked somebody that wasn't his mandatory.
BBO, you
The only
doing a
person,
lot.
the only person,
Yeah,
and
BBO, you doing a
I don't even call him fighting Canelo a duck of Tim Zoo. That was a much bigger offer. Him fighting Canelo Alvarez was a much bigger offer than him fighting Tim Zoo. I don't even call that a duck, but I understood why they stripped him, but I don't call it a duck.
I appreciate the likes too this morning, y'all. Matter of fact, the last couple of days, I appreciate y'all so much. Um, yeah, man, I love these boxing talks. Who
He
you
said,
think
who y'all think going to
boxing?
rule boxing out of the young guns? Boots,
Mace Haney.
Mason,
Uh,
Haney, Shakur, Band. Well, I don't look at Boots as a young gun because Boots, he's like 28. I mean, I guess you could call him a young gun. I guess you could call those guys young guns. I would say out of the young guns, if you put that list up, I would say it's probably going to be Jerome Boots Ennis or Devin Haney. It's probably going to be between those two. I don't think Shakur has a big enough fan base or is well liked as a Jerome Boots Ennis or Devin Haney, and I don't think Bam Rodriguez name is as big as Jerome Boots Ennis or Devin Haney because Bam
yeah,
Rodriguez that a lot of people don't pay attention to.
yeah, yeah. Most definitely. I don't know. I like Adula. He
And
ducked both.
Abdullah is
He
still
ducked
on the
both guys.
uprise.
Who he ducked? Who he talking about? He
Yeah,
ducked. Who he
huh?
said he ducked? BBO said he ducked. Who he ducked?
He talking about Jamel Charlo. He said he ducked Boxrom and Magnumov when those guys was not his mandatory. They wasn't his mandatory. You can't
Yo,
duck somebody that's not your mandatory. Those are
yo,
voluntary
BBO,
fights.
BBO, you causing a distraction. In
No,
the words of my man Jadakiss, you causing a distraction.
no. When you say somebody duck, first of all, there has to be an offer on the table for you to say no to. Second of all, if there's no offer on the table, then they have to be your mandatory, and you say no to. Neither one of those were true in that situation. Neither one of those guys had sent Jamel Charlo an offer. Neither one of those guys was his mandatory. So there was no duck of those guys. Now, like I said, there's an argument for Tim Zoo, but like I said, he took a Canelo Alvarez fight which was a much bigger offer, a much bigger offer, and a bigger opportunity. He could have been undisputed at 168 if he would have won that fight, and he got paid a lot more money than he would have got paid fighting Tim Tszyu. So there's an argument for Tim Tszyu. There is an argument for Tim Tszyu, but I
Yeah.
look at what was offered to Jamel Charlo, undisputed at 168 and a bigger payday. If you want to say Jamel Charlo ducked Tim Tszyu, I have no problem with it. But to say he ducked Magnumov or Bachram, no.
Charlo would have. Yeah. Charlo probably would have.
And I mean, I don't think Tim Tszyu would have won that fight with Jamel Charlo anyway. My money would have been on Jamel Charlo.
You
But
know what? But like they
if
always
you
say,
want, if you want to
like
say
they
he
always
ducked him,
say,
I have no problem with that because that's the only fighter that was his mandatory at the time. That was his mandatory, and he chose to go fight Canelo instead of fighting Tim Tszyu.
you know what they say. He didn't belong in there with him anyway. That's the favorite go to now. When shit go wrong in boxing, that's the favorite go to. He shouldn't have been in there with him anyway.
Yeah, like with Bud, there was an offer for Bud to fight Manny Pacquiao, and Bomac came out and said it. He says yes, they sent us an offer. Manny Pacquiao has signed the contract. I told Bud not to sign the contract, and Bud didn't sign it. So in that situation, I would say Bud ducked Manny Pacquiao because that was a fight that you were screaming that you wanted. You knew how much money you was going to get for the fight, and Manny Pacquiao signed the contract, and you didn't. So yeah, you ducked Manny.
Yo,
No, Jao
yo,
Bata is a top 10 pound for pound fighter. I'm not saying he's not. He's definitely a top 10 pound for pound fighter.
hey, Vay, this is what we do, Vay. We learn from each other,
No,
and this is what we do. You see, we talk boxing over here. Even with people in the comments, we talk. We don't yell, we don't scream, we don't argue. Some places you go, you can't learn boxing in these YouTube streets because everybody's
but
arguing
see,
it and screaming it.
like what people in the street saying that David Benavidez is ducking Jao Obata. Jao Obata never in any interview has ever said he wants to fight David Benavidez. David Benavidez is the one that said, I will fight Jao Obata. He said, I'm gonna fight this guy, this guy, this guy, and I will fight Jao Obata. It just so happened he got the Zordo fight offer first. So he's taking Zordo. And then he's coming back now to fight Arthur and fight Bivol because he wants to be undisputed at at light heavyweight. And then he's going back to cruiserweight to fight Jao Obata. Now, if they send him an offer before he comes back down to 75, then maybe he takes that offer. But right now, Jao Obata is with Zuffa Boxing. He's with Zuffa Boxing. So we don't know if that offer will ever come from Jao Obata. We don't know that that offer will ever come. He signed him over to Zuffa Boxing.
Yo, BBO, man, I'm gonna tell you what, it's gonna be all right. Your man T.O. is gonna be, he's gonna come back, right? So I just don't want you to crash out. It's gonna be all right. It's
I
going to be
mean,
all right, BBO.
you would have thought BBO felt some of them punches the way he was sounding when we was calling that fight.
No,
That man BBO
free. Hold
went
on,
from
free.
that man
You
BBO
ain't
went from Tio about to
you
fight
didn't
the
tell me
biggest,
I called
blackest
y'all didn't,
nigga
you
they
didn't tell me
got.
you called the fight. You didn't tell me you called the fight. What happened? What was he saying and doing?
No, it went from Tio about to fight the biggest, blackest nigga they got
Oh
to,
wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
his voice being at a whisper. Man, yeah, Tio he getting his ass whooped right now. I don't know what Tio doing out there. I don't know what he's doing. Shakur is just too simple.
Ah! Oh my God. Yo, nasty
Oh,
work.
no, leading up to the fight, BBO had all the smoke in the world for anybody that was favoring Shakur. I mean, during and after the fight, it was a
I'm gonna
mumble.
be honest with you. I'm surprised BVO wasn't in New York. I'm super surprised.
Man, BBO would have been in the daggone arena for that fight. BBO would have been crying like a baby.
Oh,
You'd have seen BBO throw
yeah.
somebody across the daggone arena that have been cheering for Shakur. BBO would have threw somebody.
They'd have had to toss. Hey, they'd have had to toss his big ass about the garden. They'd have had to get his ass about it there. Yo,
They were like, man, did y'all just see that big ass gorilla throw that dude? He threw that nigga
yo,
clear across the arena.
and Thomas. I don't know if you heard or not, but T.O. Man, from what I heard from other people that was there, T.O. Man, you know who his man is that he walk around with. They said he crashed out. They said after he lost, T.O. lost, they said, yo, he was in the media section crashing out. You know who I'm talking about too. They said he wigged out after T.O. lost.
And
I was like, damn.
BBO would have been right there beside him. They'd have been wigging out together.
Don't
You would have
do
seen you would have seen somebody else walking through that daggone arena looking like Jamel Miller.
a lot of people ducked the MSG fight. I don't know if the cold played a part. Nah, a lot of people was getting out of there because dudes was getting in their feelings before. First of all, when Keyshawn fought Jermaine, dudes was already in their feelings then. Oh, I gotta take this call. Go ahead, hold it down for me 1 second for you.
Uh, yeah, no, that's the problem with a lot of these casuals and these boxing fans. They too invested in the fighters instead of just enjoying a good fight. They invested in these fighters. They feel like these fighters represent them. I don't feel like no fighter represent me because it's not a team sport. The only team they got is a trainer and a cut man. That's the only team they got. But these dudes be acting like these guys are really part of their team. I don't get that invested in these fights. That's why when Earl lost, I was okay, yeah. Bud whooped his ass. What you want me to say? They're like, but you said Earl was gonna win it. Yes, I did. I did. I said Earl was gonna win the fight. It didn't pan out that way. What more you want me to say? Bud did his thing. He whooped Earl ass. He did his thing. Ain't nothing else I can say about it. What you want me to when Antoine lost his fight? He didn't do what he was supposed to do. He should have stuck to the game plan. He lost. Ain't nothing else more to say to it. These niggas be in that fight or lose. They like what? What? Man, nah, not. Nah, I had Earl winning before the fight, not during the fight. Before the fight happened, I thought Earl was going to win that fight. Yeah, I don't get every fight correct. I get some fights wrong. I don't get every fight correct. I mean, and I don't know a single person that watch boxing that get every single fight right. You're gonna pick some people. I mean, there was a lot of people that picked Manny Pacquiao to beat Floyd. We saw how that played out. There was a lot of people that picked Manny Pacquiao to beat Floyd. I had niggas that was betting thousands of dollars on Manny Pacquiao. Real live dudes. Man, this is not dudes from YouTube because this was before I was on YouTube. These was niggas that was in the streets. These niggas was betting on Manny Pacquiao to beat Floyd. Crazy. Manny Pacquiao not beat Floyd. They were like, man, yeah, Floyd ducked Manny Pacquiao for all these. I'm like, okay, I'm about to lose y'all money. Sure enough, the niggas came back mad as a mug. Came back to work the next day pissed. I'm like, I told y'all they wasn't gonna win. No, Nobody. I mean, because anything can happen. Boxing is a anything can happen type sport. A fighter can have a bad night, and I mean, we saw how Tank Davis looked in the Lamar Roach fight. He had a bad night. Anything can happen. Prior to that, everybody had Tank Davis stopping Lamar Roach, but we see how it panned out. You have a bad night, or somebody just has your number. It is what it is. I mean, a lot of people had Mike Tyson knocking out Buster Douglas. We see how that panned out. What's going on, James? Ain't seen you in a while. But nah, I don't know. I mean, like Abdullah Mason, when going back to what you asked, Abdullah Mason, it's too early in his career to figure out what Abdullah Mason is going to do in the sport of boxing. Now he has all of the talent. I think he has the right guidance from his family to be a major figure in the sport. But who knows how these fighters turn out once they start making those millions of dollars? Because a lot of fighters change once they start making the bag. Once a lot of fighters change. We see how T.O. went from wanting all the smoke with Devin Haney after he beat Loma to saying, "Man, I ain't gotta fight Devin." But prior to that, when he right after the Loma fight, he like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fight Devin Haney because Loma was scared to." And then that man never got.
Yeah, I think Jerome Booth Ennis could could be because of his talent. Devin Haney has a good chance too, because of his talent and the fact that he's taken a lot of he's taken a lot of big name fights. So Devin Haney has a chance
Sorry
to
about
as
that,
well.
y'all.
But I think it's going to come down between Devin Haney and Jerome Booth Ennis. I think Shakur is going to have the type of career like Bud Crawford, where he's going to be good, but a lot of people ain't going to really deal with Shakur like that. They don't like his attitude and his personality. So a lot of people not going to deal with Shakur like that. I think he's going to have a similar career to Bud Crawford, which is expected because that's who he followed behind. He followed behind Bud Crawford.
Huh?
He
I'm
said
I'm not expecting. I'm
He
not
said I saw
expecting any
Shushu
more.
at like 4 a.m.
He said what?
You saw Shushu at like 4 a.m. What I would say is, why the hell was
Oh, I
either one
was.
of y'all out at that time?
I left. They was calling me back to where I was. My ass was already home in bed. 2:30 in the morning. My
Still,
ass was in bed already.
after that fight, BBO was still live for a little while. I was like, all right, I gotta shut it down. I was like, I'm out. I gotta
BBO
shut it
was
down.
mad. BBO was mad.
They were
BBO was
still live
mad.
for maybe I say probably like another hour or so. I had got into bed, so I had shut it down.
Yo,
But I still had the live running. I was just laying
I
in the
didn't
bed.
feel good. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's why I left after the Jermaine Ortiz fight. They was like, my media dudes is like, you leaving? I was like, look, first of all, I don't feel good physically. And two, these trains is about to start running local. I'd rather leave now than to wait to the main event to leave. Because had I wait to the main event, shit would have been crazy on them trains. I'm like, nah, I'm leaving now, bro. I was trying to get an interview. Who's you trying to get an interview with? Well, it didn't matter. I didn't want to go to no post
Man,
press.
Thomas always trying to get an interview. That man was trying to get an interview with the damn referee.
Yo, Thomas, yo,
That
Freeze an
nigga
idiot.
Thomas trying to get an interview with T.O. Spit Bucket Holder. Man, When did you start seeing blood come out of T.O.'s mouth? What round was it that you started seeing blood? When did his blood? When did his saliva go from being clear to pink? When did the saliva go from clear to pink?
Yo, you're an ass. You're an ass. I told Thomas Taylor after the fight too, but he was about to take a flight to. Oh, he had the ref the next day. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Zuffa Boxing. That's
Oh
like the
yeah. You know,
that's,
Thomas Taylor be busy, man. Yo, he's stupid. Yo, you was trying to interview Shushu. I think everybody was trying to interview Shushu. I just seen the one that Shushu did with Fight Hype when they were still in the building, and you saw Carissa Shields and Pat Poose behind them, and then Rolly walked by. It was a lot going on after that fight ended. It was a lot. Last Saturday was a great night in boxing.
that nigga,
It was a great night.
that nigga Thomas be interviewing everybody. Anybody that's part of sport of boxing.
No, Thomas don't let nothing walk past him. Swear to God, if he see an opportunity, he gonna take it.
That nigga Thomas. I'm waiting for Thomas to interview somebody that worked the ticket booth. I know it's coming. He's gonna interview somebody that worked the ticket booth.
Um, you know, I would like for y'all to get, and what I don't understand why you haven't, but I understand why because I don't know his schedule and I don't really know, even though that's your family, what's the relationship like. But I would love to see y'all get Gary Antoine, man. I would love to see that. Gary Antoine, I would love to see y'all get him up there if it's possible. I would love that. I would definitely sit and tune in for that shit.
I mean, yeah, it would be a good interview. But what I know with Antoine, he only interviewed with people that he's familiar with. He don't really do interviews with a
Oh,
lot of
okay.
different people. Like if he feels comfortable and he got a history with you doing interviews, then he do interviews with you. Like he go on Mel City quite a few times. He's been on a couple of other local guys that I know that he's done interviews with. He's been on Let's Talk About It. I mean, Let's Talk Sport. He's been on Let's Talk Sport a couple times. Um, but yeah, he does interviews with guys that he's familiar with. He don't do a lot of interviews with a bunch of guys that he don't really know because he's not a outspoken type person. He got to feel comfortable to do the interview. Now he will talk. You just got to feel comfortable. He's more of a
Nah, I
quiet person.
understand.
Now, Mr. Gary Russell, that's a different story. He'll interview with anybody.
The ticket booth, but I am going to do that the next time. Okay, Thomas. Well, hey, whatever you decide to do, I'm there to support.
I don't think
Whatever
I
you
don't think I don't think it's Antoine that the interview be more. I think it's more so the interviewer because they're
Yeah,
only going to answer the questions or talk about what you asked them to talk about. So they're not coming up to give their life story. They coming up there because you have questions and you want them to talk about certain things. So I think it's more so the interviewer that
yeah.
be born.
Sometimes people don't know what to ask, or they've been waiting to ask a certain question that they think a fighter going, and then you know what I'm saying. So yeah, there's never been a guy I've talked to or a fighter I've talked to where they were born to me. It's always the person who's doing the interview.
I don't talk to the Russells like that on a regular basis. I think the last time I talked to Mr. Gary Russell, it was before Batman had passed away.
Rest in
That was
peace.
that was the last time I talked to Mr. Gary Russell. I
Rest
don't
in peace.
talk to them like that because like I said, I'm not I'm not their blood. I'm the blood of their older brother. So
Yeah,
I have more of a relationship with their older brother. So and right now he's locked up. So until he gets out of jail, I probably I mean unless I see them in the city or something like that, I don't really talk to the Russells like that.
It will be it will be an exclusive for D free. Yeah, it would be. It would be. Anything's
Now
possible.
I could probably talk to Bernard and maybe Bernard can get them on the show
I thought I
because Bernard has a relationship with them.
he do
That's
look related to
possible.
them, don't he? Don't he look related to them, Neverfold? He do though. Look at his face and go look at the Russells. He damn sure do. And you ain't the first person that said that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, their older brother is my first cousin, but they got different mothers, so I'm
He
not
got
their
Gary. He got
blood.
Gary. He don't has Gary Antoine face. He got Mr. Gary face.
Yeah, I mean, let me see, because I don't think Bay has ever seen Mr. Gary Russell.
Oh yeah, Chauvet, Mr. Gary Russell.
I'm gonna show Bay because she never seen him.
Yeah, show Mr. Gary. If you get a chance, Vay, look up Gary Russell. Look up the brothers.
I'm about to show him right now. I'm about to show him right now.
To the doctors there. Yeah. All right, dropping the T. Be good and have safe travels to the doctors or whatever. Take care of that.
Bay, here go Mr. Gary Russell. That's Mr. Gary Russell.
My son punched like he got bricks and steel in his hand.
Yeah, that's Mr. Gary Russell.
Yeah, Russell be on a different type of timing. Mr. Gary Russell. My son Gary Russell be ready to scrap with anybody at any time, any given play. He don't care.
Hold up, is this my dad going live that I did?
What you say?
No, they took my thumbnail.
Who took your thumbnail?
Boxing scene.
Get the hell out of here.
I think they took my thumbnail, if I'm not mistaken, because I did a lot. Hold up, let me go back to my daggone live. I did a
Don't tell
live
me.
for Mr. Jerry Russell and Tank Davis. I think they took my daggone thumbnail. I think they
Oh
took my
wow.
thumbnail.
Oh,
I really think they took my thumbnail. It might be, I might have a different one, but it looks almost exactly like the thumbnail that I put up.
it could
Let me go back.
possibly be. Who knows?
Let me see. Let me go back. I gotta go all the way back. This is back when I first started doing my live.
Excuse me, y'all. I'm
I
just getting
got
myself together. That's why I stepped away from the camera. Because after I end this live, I gotta step outside. Yo, the weather gonna be crazy this week, free. Think we supposed to
you
get
said the
like more
weather
snow.
gonna be crazy?
Think we supposed to get more snow coming.
Let me
Right?
go back.
I don't know if it's more snow coming, the sun.
I got a lot of daggone live streams that I did. Damn, I did even many live streams. Damn.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh no, it's different. It's different. It's different. I'm about to say that joint look just like the live stream that I did with Mr. Gary Russell and Tank Davis. I
So
did this
that's not
4 years
it.
ago. I did this joint 4 years ago.
So that's not it.
No,
Okay.
my very first live stream was 4 years ago.
Yeah. D3 was about to. Yeah, he's about to file copyright. Yeah. D3 is about to be like, you stole it. Press one if you
Oh, you
stole it.
down? Hey, Zay, I don't think you ever seen this picture of me. I told you I had dreads. I
Yo,
told you I had dreads.
your man looked like he was on a virtual court meeting. Like like he was
I told
talking
you
to the judge. Look at your man free.
I told you I had dreads. when I that was my very first live I did.
See how my your man looked like he was going to court. Press one if you stole it. Press one if you stole it.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. I did
Every
show y'all
time I
that.
hear that shit, I laugh. Press one if you stole it. Oh man, this boxing shit I had me laugh, boy. Press one if you stole it. Level four, what's up, my guy? We're gonna wait till the next New York joint. The next New York joint, I hope it's the Barclay MSG. We're gonna tear that shit up. Oh, I almost said something that would have sounded dirty.
There you go, baby. There you go.
Oh
There you
shit!
go.
Here, oh come
There you
on,
go.
here we, Vay, Vay, Vay. Somebody gonna have to send you a gallon of some nut juice.
There you go. Once again, I told you she almost
Oh
started.
man,
But then they're gonna say, "Oh, D Free started it."
you didn't say it though, but just it being a thought was just enough.
Oh, damn,
What up?
damn.
What's up?
Sonny Jurgensen just passed away at 91 years old.
Who?
Sonny Jurgensen. He was a Washington Redskins quarterback.
Oh damn.
91 years old. He used to
Oh wow.
uh he used to do a lot of commentating for the Washington
She
Redskins
said, "Hell nah, dog." I'm just saying. I'm just
before they
saying because
became the Commanders.
you be having these. You talk about me, but you be having these conversations though. Go on, what up? You be having these crazy conversations, babe. You think we don't catch on to them shits? We catch on. You nasty, babe. You a nasty woman.
I
Nah,
didn't say
babe.
it, but now you can't say D Free said anything. This is all Clarence. D
Nah,
Free,
it ain't on me. She started this. You're a nasty woman, babe. Nasty.
I'm not coming for you. That's all Clarence.
Nasty, babe. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Clarence, you ready for the snow y'all about to get?
That's what my man just called me about. He was like, "Yeah, about Super Bowl Sunday." I'm like, "Yeah, I already know. I already know. I
I'm
already
not
know."
getting. We not getting none, but y'all about to get some.
And what pisses me off, I just told him, we still got the old dirty ass snow from last week that's still sitting
We
out
do
here that
too.
all these people decide not to pick up. It's sitting in front of their business. Ain't none of y'all picking it up. So it's gonna sit there, and then now here it is. More snow is gonna come and be with the dirty snow. This shit is
Yeah,
retarded, man.
we do too. We still got mountains of dirty snow out front of my
Yeah,
house. It's
like
still mountains of dirty
I gotta
snow.
take Tip to the bus stop in the morning, and it's like a whole just. I'm like, come on, this shit's crazy.
I almost bust my ass trying to get out
She
my
said,
car
"Here he."
because
She said, "Here he
it's
go,
so.
grooming, grooming again."
Hey, it's better than talking nasty.
Hey, he grooming. Babe, what you gonna do when you get you a dude that's grooming? What you gonna do, huh?
She gonna say you look just like D. He always grooming. Diamond, I'm gonna be
Well,
outside.
you know what? It's not. I watched basketball just last night. It was the Magic. It was Orlando against the Nets. I never finished the game because I was at the bar with my wife, but I was watching it, and yeah, I still watch it from time to time. It's just not like it used to be when I was coming up, or I'm just teasing. I can't see it. It froze up. Oh shit! Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about, man. All that snow, boy. Yeah, man, that's annoying, bro. I'm not either one. I'm just it's all New York, so to me it really doesn't matter because neither one of them are going anywhere. To be honest with you, and that's not to be rude, but I'm just keeping it 100. But anywhere I go, I'll represent the Knicks or the Brooklyn Nets just because they New York teams. Same thing I do with the Mets and the Yankees or the Giants and the Jets, just all New York. But I mean, far as me being fans, nah, some motherfuckers ain't going nowhere. They ain't
You gonna
going
say
nowhere.
y'all can have that snow?
But don't get me wrong, I'll go to a game if the opportunity presents itself. Um, you know what I mean? Like me and Tiff, me and my missus, we would do that. We went to WNBA games together. We've been there. I think we've been to like two Brooklyn Nets games. I think the first time
Hey,
I took her,
that's one of the games that I want to go to before I leave this earth. I want to go to a Super Bowl. I've been to regular football games,
oh, I never
but I've
been to a
never been to a
football. I
Super
never been
Bowl.
to a football. The closest I got to football was high school. That was it. Like, you know what I'm
No,
saying?
I
Seeing
mean
them games.
you got to go to a game where your team is good and they playing against another good team. You don't want to go to a game where your team is bad and they playing against a bad team, or your team is good and they playing against a bad team. You want to go to a good
I
game
mean,
because that's where you get the
I
best
mean, to be
experience.
honest with you, all I know is that I'm not going to no game and I'm not sitting in there with no damn cold, no jacket on. I got to go
Oh yeah,
like soon as
nah,
the preseason start. I got to go like August, September, because anything past August and September, I'm not going. I'm not sitting out
no.
cold with no
Well,
jacket on.
what I will say, September is probably the best time for you to go because all of the teams are still quote unquote good because they
Yeah,
haven't they haven't played any really any meaningful games as of yet. So that's probably the best time for you to go.
yeah,
But
because
the college football games, oh yeah, them joints always lit. College football and college basketball, them joints always lit.
I noticed that when I look in the crowd, when I'm watching the college games on TV and dudes be having their shirt off and they damn chase their chest painted and shit, I be looking like, oh, these people be really into this shit. They really be supporting like
Right.
hard
Them
body,
joints.
hard body.
Because that's their school team. I mean, so yeah, them joints be lit.
I know it'd be hard for them college players to focus on playing ball or football because I know them girls be probably throwing the coochie left and right.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this: they probably would never have Chris Brown perform at the Super Bowl because there's gonna be too many naked women in the daggone audience.
Yeah, you might be naked all you want to. Just know it's going to cost you to take a picture with his ass. So you better
No,
just
I ain't saying him.
no. I know. I'm just saying.
You might see Bay out there showing her cheeks.
well, I'm well. That's a
They gonna
hey,
have
babe.
she
Now
gonna
I'm
have
gonna
she
tell
gonna
you
have
like he just told you. That's him doing that, not
no
me,
she gonna
babe.
have
That's him.
on one cheek is gonna say Chris, on the other cheek is gonna say Breezy.
God damn. My man, free. You got hey, babe, I ain't got nothing to do with that because now that's his shit. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Oh,
That's crazy work.
they gonna be like, Chris Brown, you don't
Oh,
need no billboard.
man.
Shorty got you right there. You don't need no billboard. Shorty got you.
I ain't got nothing to do with this, babe. I ain't got nothing to do with this conversation. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is a good one though, but that's crazy though. That's crazy. I don't know. But yeah, I never done football. And my mentor, the one I just got off the phone with, took me to a Rangers, Islanders. So I was never thinking about doing hockey until one day, a couple years back, he was like, "Yo, you want to go to a hockey game?" And I looked at him like, "Hockey? I ain't going to no fucking hockey." But I'm like, "Okay, number one, you never experienced. Two, you ain't paid for the ticket, so go." I remember that for yeah, you the host, guilty. Yeah, I know. I'm always guilty by associations though, man. Shit. Yeah, when you the host, what can you do, right? So yeah, a football game is definitely one of my to dos.
Now I
Definitely.
heard hockey games be exciting too. I just never
Them
went to
shits
one
be
because I
them shits be
I don't
crazy.
I don't I don't I ain't trying to be indoors with a coat on. I ain't trying to do all that.
First of all, fights break out like crazy, because people
Because
be in there drunk.
I'm the type of person like whenever I go to an event like a football, basketball, boxing, I need to be down close to the floor. If I'm not right there ringside, I need to be down close to the floor or be
You know
on the
what?
floor.
I thought I felt that way until I went to the fight Saturday. What made that fight different from any other venue I went to or any other seating? First of all, where they had media at, we was my so our seatings was like 326, 327, 328. Damn, we up high. Realize I don't have to worry about, and this sounds crazy, I didn't have to worry about if something pops off or if something happens in the ring, everybody stands up and then you can't see shit and then you got to yell at people, yo, can you please sit down? Because it's kind of hard to yell at people and tell them to sit down when they getting up to move out of somebody's way or they trying to find a seat. Because that's why a lot of fights break out because motherfuckers be yelling at people. But I realized that was for the first time when I was like, you know what? I don't have to yell at nobody. I don't have to tell people to move out my way. I could actually see the fight, but for Tiff, she wouldn't have sat that damn high. She'd have been like, "You on your own. I'm not going that high." But you can't sit with me anyway because that was for media, so that wouldn't have worked for her anyway. But yeah, I got a
I got a
paintball.
paintball gun for free.
Oh damn, not a paintball gun.
Yeah, I got a paintball gun too.
You must ain't
I'm
seen.
gonna,
She
I'm gonna
must
make
ain't seen
sure. I'm gonna
green.
make sure. I'm gonna make sure I aim right for the Chris Breezy sign on your ass cheek because I know that joint is a
Not the
bullseye.
crease.
Pow! Pow! I'm gonna cover up Chris and Breezy right on your ass cheek. I'm gonna cover it up.
Yo, free. You gotta relax, bro. You gotta relax, man.
I'm gonna cover both of them names.
Oh man, yo man, listen, y'all. I'm gonna come back a little later. Let me get up out of here. I gotta go get up with my mentor, take care of a few things. We'll be back, I guess, after this weigh-in. I'll see what's popping with that, and then I'm gonna see who's fighting tonight. I'm not familiar with neither one of them dudes, but man, we'll come back and we'll see what's up with that.
Yeah,
Brother
I
Free,
mean,
yo, is BBO? Who's going on tonight? Thomas, who's on tonight? Thomas left already. Damn.
um, Thomas
That's
is
my.
Thomas usually goes on Fridays or Saturdays if he ain't got nothing going on and he feels up to it. But BBO, he might go live on a late night
Okay.
because he didn't go live Wednesday or Thursday, so he might go live later on tonight, like probably like around 9 or 10:30, somewhere around there. It
Okay.
all depends if Thomas gonna
Oh,
go
he's
on or
there.
not.
Thomas, what's up? I'll be on tonight. Okay,
Okay,
Thomas.
all right,
Okay,
Thomas.
good. I'll be about 9:05. I mean, damn.
Okay,
What time is that the zone? You know what? It don't fucking matter. I'll watch both. It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. He said open TD.
Go watch Trader, Bay. Go watch Trader.
Oh, I'm gonna tell Tiff to watch that. Let's watch that tonight. Yesterday we was too out of it, but I'm gonna tell her tonight when she get in. Um, let's
All right,
watch it.
Thomas. I'll be looking out for it. Man,
Yeah, I'll be
put
like,
your
yo,
fucking pants up.
they gotta. You said what you told them?
Told the dude to pull his fucking pants up. This nigga walking in front of me, ass all out and shit. Pull your fucking
I hate
pants
when
up.
I hate when they do that. Me and Tiff was just she made in front of that yesterday. She was walking around the house. She had her pants down. She said, "This is how they be walking the streets." I said, "I'll be waiting to get into a fight with one of them because I'm not gonna give you a chance to pull your pants up. I'm gonna whoop your
I swear to
ass."
God, if a nigga walk past me with their pants down like that, I'm gonna try to trip their ass right in a puddle or in the snow. Freeze the hell out their ass. I swear to God. Don't stand in front of me with your pants down though.
Oh
I,
shit!
I don't even no if I see a nigga with they pants down like that, no, I don't
Oh
even
man,
stand behind him. It feel like he trying to invite me to some shit. I
when
don't
dudes
feel
think you
comfortable
strange.
standing behind him.
It looks very nasty. It's very unattractive. And if they knew what that really meant, they wouldn't walk around like that. Me and
I
Tiff
gotta,
was
I
just
gotta,
talking about.
I gotta, I gotta get back in the mood of doing my live because I've been busy as of late. But I'm gonna get back into the mood. I, I'm not gonna go live for the Super Bowl because my wife got to work Sunday night, so I'll be watching it as I'm driving. But I'm gonna try to go live. If not this weekend, next weekend.
Yeah, it's definitely a turn off, as it should be. No real woman is looking for no dude that's walking around with his
I
pants.
just don't. I don't like that shit. Like I said, when I see dudes in a grocery store and shit like that, I go to another line. I'm not trying to stand behind you. I feel like you trying to invite me to some shit.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. You walking around like that, and they think they look cool. They think they look gangster, and I'm like, you look like a idiot. You look stupid, and like I said, ain't no real woman looking to talk to no dude like that. They be walking around, they hardly could walk. They get on the train like that. They stand in front of people holding the pole, and you got your pants hanging down. If y'all really know what that meant, y'all wouldn't be walking around like that.
I'm
Y'all
a,
wouldn't be walking around like that. If y'all knew something.
I'm gonna let off a shot in the air. And watch these niggas try to run with their pants hanging down around their thighs.
I'll
See
be
how
waiting to
fast
get
they
into
run.
it. I'll be like, how do you fight? Because when you fight, I'm not going to let you pull your pants up. Every time you reach to pull your pants up, I'm gonna knock your ass out. Every time you try to reach to grab your pants, hold on, dog. My pants is falling. Ain't no time out. We in the
That's
streets,
gonna be
baby.
that's gonna be the first thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull your motherfucking pants down, and now you can't move. Now it's easy for me to knock your ass out.
Hold on. My pants is falling. You only got your shit off
Soon
because
as
my
he
pants
goes,
was falling.
soon as he go to swing at me, I'm gonna weave that joint, pull his pants down, and I'm like, "Come on, nigga, come on,
Yo, like, oh,
nigga,
give me a
pants
time
gonna
to
hold me
pull.
around the ankles."
What? Yo, listen, hold on. What? Before I get off here, what makes you dudes think somebody gonna give you time to pull your pants up, or we gonna let you get a belt? I'm gonna whoop
No,
your ass, belt the ass,
that
belt the ass.
that's the
That's
thing.
what's gonna happen.
When I was a kid and you about to fight and you watch a nigga take his coat off or take his shirt off, I'm like, what are you watching for? You know what's about to happen. When that nigga go to take his shirt off or take his jacket off, start swinging. What are you waiting for? You know what he's taking it off for? I'm like, I never understood why niggas wait for the nigga to take their shirt, take their coat off. No, nigga, I'm not waiting. This is a fight. This is not a boxing match. I'm getting the advantage. However, I gotta get the advantage. I'm getting the advantage. You taking your shirt off. As soon as that shirt comes up, you're gonna feel two punches across your chin. You better hope you got a good chin.
It's crazy, crazy work, yo. Crazy work. These dudes don't be knowing what's up. They think they know what's up, and then walk around and want to be tough, man. You get your ass whooped. Ain't exactly. Ain't no rules in the streets. Come to me with your shit down. And like I said, when I walk around, I look presentable. Even in the summertime, when I got shorts on, I can have a white beater and basketball shorts. It is no way in God's name you'll see my pants. You can't even see what kind of drawers I got on. If you do, it's because you looking too fucking hard. Because I'm not even trying to show you that. A man wanting his booty exposed. Yeah, it's wild. Yo, you got him like that, but they walk around trying to be tough. We're not talking about the ones that is like that. That's their preference. We're not talking about the ones that's in that side. We talking about the ones who's trying to convince you, oh, I ain't like that, but this is just how I look. Yeah, I, yeah, I. Don't get your head. You gonna get your head beat in. It's nasty, and ain't no real man walking
I
around
never,
like
I
that.
never, I never knew showing your drawers mean you was tough. I never knew that.
I never knew it either, man. That's something new to me. I swear it's something new to me.
'Cause
Oh, this is just how to give it up. I'm
when
from
we
the
was in
hood.
school, that was clowning somebody. You pull their sweatpants down, they drawing me out, and you was clowning them because you pulled their sweatpants down.
You know, I'm from the hood. I'm from the
Niggas like
streets.
you better make sure your sweatpants tied up.
I'm from
You
the
know how they
hood.
do in school.
I mean, what does being from the hood and being from the streets got to do with, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all man, y'all crazy, man. They wonder
He
why
said
all black
he
folks
said booty
argue all the
warriors.
time.
He called them booty warriors. Booty warrior.
What, Booty Warriors?
Hey,
Nah, not Booty Warriors.
in prison they call them
No.
they call them dudes boys. They call them boys. They don't call them homosexual. They don't call them gay. They don't call them the F word. They call them boys. Those are boys. You out there hanging with them boys.
Yeah, that part. That part right there, yo. Oh my God, you can't make none of this up, bro. I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. Check y'all later.
All
When I set up the time, y'all know where to catch me. Travelers out there on this Friday, be safe out there. The weather's crazy, people are crazy. So remember to protect your peace, space, surroundings. Appreciate y'all, love y'all. Y'all know what it is. It's the No Doug Zone podcast. Let's go.
right. Peace.